All right, man, let's get to it. Let's get to it. First off, good morning to everybody, man. As you guys are coming in, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that bell so you get all the notifications when we go live and upload content. Big salute to UGC. That's the underground click, underground community. And shout out to True Media. That's everybody keeps it 100, staying true to who they are and doing their part in this media. Of course, we know we got some fights this weekend. Big fight this weekend between Canelo Alvarez and Danny Jacobs. This is a unification fight. This is what real boxing fans, what we look forward to. This is what we want in the sport of boxing is the best fighting the best. This is Danny Jacobs. We've seen this guy um, overcome a lot of things, adversity. He's in a good position. He's defeated cancer, and he's trying to defeat one of the toughest competitors he's ever faced in his boxing career, in Canelo Alvarez. So, good luck to him. Canelo Alvarez, we know is the he's the highest paid. He has the highest, the most lucrative sports contract in the history of any sports. Okay, he's got to go over 360 million, I believe, in a duration of maybe 6 fights, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But either way, Canelo Alvarez is in a great spot. He's made some good moves in the sport of boxing. He has all of Mexico. Good morning, Boxing Monster. Good morning, bro. He's done some good things to put himself in a position to where he can call his shots. And not only is he calling his shots, this guy is daring to be great. He appears to care about legacy, and he's partnered with one of the most, one of the greatest partners that he can partner up with, and that's DAZN. Let's let that shit be known. DAZN is doing some great things, and hey, I gotta keep. You know what, man? It's crazy, and let me just let it be known. Truth is the new hate. Okay, so people want to turn truth into hate. That's the era we live in. But truth be told, hey man, Eddie Hearn is doing some tremendous things over there. DAZN is doing some tremendous things over there. Um, of course, a lot of us know that the recent news that Devin Haney signed his new co-promotional deal. This guy, Eddie Hearn, and DAZN, they're working together to put together some of the great fights of boxing. When it seemed like the sport was dying, DAZN comes out of nowhere, and it seems like it's giving us another pulse, man. You know, and I'm being genuine about that. Like I can literally get excited this weekend for some great fights. Some great fights. What's up, Joe? You said some cats still wanting to pay $70 for Crawford versus Khan. You said still wanting to pay that? You know, and me personally, man, I'm a guy who I'm qualified to critique this side of the street, that side of the street, because I actually invest into these events. I purchased the Adrian Broner versus Manny Pacquiao earlier this year. I purchased Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia in March, and I've been paying for DAZN. I pay for the ESPN Plus app. I'm a real boxing fan, so if I can watch boxing every weekend, even if it's not the top elite level of boxing, I'm okay with it. I just like the sport of boxing. You know, last weekend I was able to watch Regis Prograis, win his first really world title, official world title, the WBA strap. I saw Nonito Donaire knock out Stefan, the Stefan guy, into the next century. Hey, I mean, it was entertainment. It was entertainment. So I'm entertained by the sport of boxing. But I would tell you this, man, DAZN, man, the strategy that they have in place and the resources that they have to fulfill and push forth that strategy, it's something to watch, man. It's something to behold. I'm telling you. And anybody who does not appreciate what DAZN is doing right now, you are a hitter, as they say out there. You're a hitter, hitter. I don't know if that sounds like a Nigerian accent or I can't do the British accent, but you know what I mean. Some of y'all's haters. You're haters. Greg Welsh, what's up, man? Says, I wish we had DAZN over here in the UK. It's crazy how it's not being embraced by everyone. He says, I think it's going to do really well, though, in the end. These guys ain't playing. Hey, man, look. I'm telling you like this, just from the looks of it. And shout out to what's up, Greg Abernathy says if Regis wins this tournament, give Prograde that bag. Period. Yes, the zone I think is going to definitely offer him that money. I would offer him the money now, but hey man, I wish Regis nothing but the best success. Going forward. I think he's a tremendous talent. I was thoroughly impressed with this guy last weekend and how he performed in that ring. We already knew this guy had power, but he showed me the head movement with the defense, speed, um, his conditioning. It wasn't like he was trying to rush the KO like some fighters do. Going in there just looking for the knockout. No, he was actually in there boxing. He was actually in there boxing. We got 12 watching. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button so we can raise awareness on YouTube. But man, I can look at every other networks, man. It ain't looking too shy. It ain't looking too good. It ain't looking too great, man. A lot of these other networks, they're relying on pay-per-view. A lot of these guys is putting on trash events. Whereas I can watch the Zone. We got the World Boxing Super Series. It's about 3 or 4 like memorable events that I've seen already on the DAZN card. And this is the thing about it. They are recruiting like a motherfucker. Do y'all not see the moves that the zone is making? We're talking about young talent, okay? Young talent. Shout out to my boy Trav. He hitting me up. But most definitely, man. Shout out to the whole UGC, man. These guys keep me on my toes as far as keep me up to date on what's going on in the sport of boxing. Suggesting certain topics and things like that. Shout out to Trav, he suggested a topic that I'm definitely probably gonna get to this weekend. So shout out to him. But yeah, man. I mean, the latest recruit, Devin Haney, and it's like they're not just recruiting regular old Joe Smoes. Like these is like top level prospect or contenders, guys that literally want to take risk, guys that are not afraid to face top competition. Shout out to Trav, and he's the one to update me on this. He said that he let it be known that Devin Haney, of course, who just signed with his own, 20 years old. He wants all the big fights. He's not trying to be this businessman. You know how these other guys talking this business talk? Says he's not waiting. He's hungry. He wants Luke Campbell, Teofimo, Lomachenko, and Ryan Garcia. And he's a VADA clean boxing program enrolled fighter. That is what I look for. Okay? That's the business right there. So shout out to Devin Haney. Shout out to the zone. I mean, oh my goodness. Tevin Farmer, somebody who really comes from nothing, somebody who had 4 losses before he even got a contract with the zone, right? But they still taking a chance to invest in this guy, Tevin Farmer, who has suffered losses in the past, who is not the most handsome boxer, he's not the most marketable guy. But you know what? They see something in this guy that they've given him the opportunity. They see that he wants to unify. It seems like all of the top guys that they're recruiting lately, all of these guys want to fight the best competition in their weight class. They want to unify. Tevin Farmer been wanting to fight Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is ducking right now or being protected. We'll just say that. Gervonta Davis is being protected, right? We just seen him pull up on Jojo Diaz yesterday. He one of them guys, man. You if his name come out your mouth, he gonna pull up. He's gonna pull up. Tevin Farmer ain't afraid. No, none of these fighters in or around his weight class. He is not concerned about fighting. I mean, he's on a good team where, hey, Eddie, when in my next fight? Oh, okay. Yeah, we got you. This guy, he has 3 defenses already of his IBF title in only like 4 or 5 months or something like that? Something crazy like that. Hell of active, okay? Getting paid, staying active. I mean, shout out to Tevin Farmer for starting his YouTube channel. I just seen the interview, IFL TV. Y'all go subscribe to IFL TV. Shout out to them. IFL TV. They got the interview. They asked him questions about. I mean, and then he's doing tremendous thing. He's going to, Africa, Ethiopia, whatever, and he's trying to get some land out there. He's trying to make moves, like as far as helping the communities out there. He want to open up a gym out there. I mean, all type of stuff. And he said, man, like they didn't even want him to leave. And he's making a point to. He's going to start his foundation. I forgot what he called it. Tevin TFG, Tevin Farmer Global, something like that. So, hey, man, Tevin Farmer is making things happen, and it's all thanks to Eddie Hearn and DAZN, right? How can you hate on that? The opportunity that he's been given when really nobody else gave him that opportunity. And when I see these fighters, they are happy, man. It seems like they are genuinely happy. Um, when Eddie Hearn comes around, it ain't like he's trying to outshine these guys. Matter of fact, the interview that I saw, it was really Eddie Hearn being interviewed, and he saw Tevin Farmer walking by. He's like, "Hey, Tevin, come here," and he let Tevin take over and talk his talk about the conversation with JoJo Diaz, uh, talk about his plans in the future, about how he wants to unify. And look, in this too, the mere fact that he said this, he said it ain't about, him hating on another guy. Like, this is the thing about it. You look at other networks, right? They try to create this beef shit. Yeah, you guys are in the same sport and it could be competitive and things like that, but that don't mean that it's got to be that serious. Like Tevin Farmer let it be known, like he don't hate Gervonta Davis. He said, they both come from the bottom, from the hood. These fighters that he fight, even the guy, the last Irish guy he fought, I can't think his last name. When he fought him after the fight, he said they had two cars. He had the Rolls Royce and then the 2018 Jeep, and he asked him. He said, "Yo, man, you want to go out? You go to the get a Philly cheesesteak?" He was like, "Yeah, okay." He said he brought him and his team, so he had just beat his opponent's ass, but still showed him love. What's up, Charles? What up, bro? Red Glove Militant, Iron Cone, Real West. Everybody that's coming in, man, make sure y'all smash that like button. 18 watching. He just showed him love. Like, hey, man, the fight is over with. And it's just like you can look at like PBC and all these other guys. They talk so much shit about other fighters just because they on another network and they don't want to get them their credit, right? Talk down on them like they don't even exist. This fucking stuck up ass cocky shit, diva ass shit, right? Whereas even Eddie Hearn, even though he got Leonard Smellerby talking mad shit about him, like, come on, man, don't be a hater. Like, that's the shit I fuck with. Like, you ain't gotta be a hater. You can acknowledge somebody winning on another side of the street. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? But see, you got certain, even like on this YouTube shit, niggas want to act like this shit is just like, oh, because we don't represent the same thing, right? We got to be enemies. You niggas are lame. You niggas are lame. Okay, we are both on we're all using the YouTube platform. It don't mean we got to be enemies. If we disagree on something. If we got a whole different type of movement going over here, then that's just what it is. I can still respect the grind, the hustle. Whereas you got lame ass niggas, they just want to hate. They can't give credit to somebody winning, shining, having success on the same platform that they use. You know what I mean? So it's just amazing to me, man. Like DAZN is really pulling a lot of cards and exposing a lot of these other networks, a lot of these other promoters. And you start to realize, like, man, you know what? Eddie Hearn is good for boxing. He is good for boxing. And I think what it is, he's a smart man. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna take what I can get. Okay, I may not be able to get the Jamels, the Tanks, the fucking Errol Spences, and these type of guys. But you know what? I'm gonna get the Tevin Farmers. I'm gonna get the Devin Haney's. I'm gonna get the Riri Garcias, right? And so on and so forth. The list goes on. The Canelo Alvarez's, like the biggest name in boxing. AJ and Canelo, we could probably say arguably two of the biggest names in boxing. And y'all niggas is trying to act like DAZN not doing nothing? Power moves. Power moves. These niggas got pieces in place to where it's just like, oh man, Who they got over there? Oh shit, I want to be on that team. Fuck this money team shit. Fuck that. They got bread over there, and these niggas staying active. And if I can fight the best, make the best fights happen over there. Hey, these y'all better get up. Y'all better get up to speed with this DAZN. The DAZN strategy. See, when you're not a hater, you're not restricted to a racial bias. You ain't biased to a side of the street. No, nigga. I can look at the shit for what it is and what's good for me as a boxing fan. And I support all of them. Okay. Nigga, if you want to try to put my card, nigga, I'll present receipts. Nigga. I'll show you I paid for PBC pay-per-views. I paid for the ESPN Plus. I paid for the Terrence Crawford Amir Khan pay-per-view. Okay. I pay for DAZN every month. So I invest a lot in boxing. I got my YouTube platform where I cover and I talk about this shit. It ain't nothing personal against none of this shit. I'm just a boxing fan. I'm just one of the most consistent ones on this shit. Where everybody else, they got agendas to protect one side. Nah, I'm not. Because if DAZN was dropping the ball and they wasn't impressing me, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Like, no. DAZN ain't, I don't like what the fuck DAZN doing over there. But when it's just like when you watching a fight, right? And they already have this narrative of what fighter they want to win. Even if he's not winning, the commentators is trying to create the narrative to convince you that that guy is winning, even though he's losing. You know, it's like that. Like once you tune out the naysayers and the real haters on his YouTube shit that might be shitting on Eddie Hearn and DAZN, once you stop listening to that and start looking at what really is going on, you be like, what the man? There's some real haters out here. Some real haters out here. Real haters out here with agendas. Okay? Truth is the new hate. And truth be told, DAZN is winning right now. They are winning. And I see a lot of these other guys on these other sides of the street. You know why they're so mad? Because they're losing. Their stock is going down. Yeah, you guys might be getting this money. Yeah. But you know what? I see DAZN as the present and the future of boxing. A lot of these niggas, you know, Floyd used to say, yeah, Mayweather Promotions is the past, present, and the future of boxing. Yeah, okay. Okay. Shit. That might have been meant something a year ago. Try again. Try again, sir. That shit is the past of boxing. We are so real box fans is sick of this fucking A side, B side shit. Let the fight build. Oh, nigga, you can't sell out a family dinner. Get a belt and I'll fight you. Then the niggas get belts and then they want to fight. We is sick of the sucker shit. I don't have time for the sucker shit. Now, have I made my decision totally like to where I'm just not going to support PBC events? No. I haven't made that decision yet. But I've been thinking about it a lot. A lot. Because if we don't show the networks, the promoters, that we tired of the shit and we just keep supporting, then they're going to keep doing what they do. They just going to keep doing what they doing. Give them this crappy product. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. Let me see. I've just been rambling. Trav says, shout out to Nose Ellerby. Yeah. Smellerby. Clown ass, nigga. Trav says, shout out to Gary Russell Jr. I've been waiting for someone to speak out against Heyman. Yeah, you know, shout out to and hey, and do me a favor, y'all. I gotta emphasize this every time I go live because this shit ain't just about me. It's a UDC movement. Okay, support my brothers. Go to my homepage, hit the channels tab, and you'll see the list of the UDC click. Go and subscribe to those brothers. Okay, take the time, subscribe to them. If you subscribe to me, you need to be subscribed to them. I gotta ask more people, but go ahead and subscribe to the ones I got up. The Gully says, I like how Eddie told Tevin he's not an undercard fighter. He got a boost that he's a main event fighter. I mean, like, this guy you could tell he cares about the fighter. He wants them to be happy. Okay. I like how Tevin Farmer plugged his YouTube channel. Before he got off, he said, look, IFL TV, What I need you to do is I need you to put my link to my YouTube channel in the description. And I went ahead and checked, and they did it. I said, that's what I'm talking about. That's love right there. We get to see another side of Tevin Farmer outside of boxing through his YouTube channel. And I already subscribed to him because he promoted on his IG Live. He said, look, I need everybody to go to my YouTube channel and support me there. You know, I get to see exclusive content. So he got him and his lady, and they doing their thing. I want to see that. You got other niggas, they don't want to do shit like that. They don't even want you know what's going on with their life. They locking gyms and shit until 2 weeks before the fight. All kind of weird stuff. Niggas out going to Tibet and playing flutes, but we don't see no footage of it, right? And then the ones that always show themselves, we don't even care to see. We want to see some of these strange niggas in these clubs when these weird tight jeans and anklets. Fuck out of here. That's not entertainment. That's not nothing that I want to, see. 15 watching, y'all hit the thumbs up. Red Glove says, facts, I've had people terminate our friendship just because we disagreed on something in boxing. This shit it just shows you the mentally where these motherfuckers are at. These are lame motherfuckers, man. Niggas try to create beefs because, like I said, I gave the analogy with the promoters and shit, the networks. Like, they feel like, oh, that's my enemy over there, because we on the same platform. We all in boxing, and yeah, he having some shine over there, so I gotta hate on that. Like, nigga, you's a lame, bro. You's a lame. That's why I'm like, I'm so glad Eddie Hearn said that shit about Leonard Smellerby. Like, you're a hater. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Shut your hating ass up and fix your glasses. You know them glasses can't rest on them fucking gorilla nostrils you got. Trev says it worked out the way it was supposed to. Eddie went after the clowns and they stayed with Heyman, which was good. The real ones are linking up with Eddie. Yeah, it did work out. The DAZN strategy is working. Boxmar says, Black, let's break it all the way down. What's the real reason that LDBC has an issue with Eddie Hearn? You ask them. You ask them. Okay? You ask them. I don't really care. I'm going to get a nigga props for giving me good entertainment. Okay? This is an entertainment business, right? This is boxing. So if I can see Canelo Alvarez versus Danny Jacobs in the unification, right? If I can see Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Tevin Farmer, the World Boxing Super Series, and the list goes motherfucking on, and AJ, nigga, I'm okay. Hate all you want. I don't give a fuck how many videos they want to put on that nigga. Out on that nigga. That's not going to convince me when I can look at the niggas that they protect and I see like, what? Y'all niggas, y'all cool with that? Nigga, I'm good. I'm not watching that. I'm not going to watch y'all shit defending that. I don't defend sucker shit. I don't defend ducking. I don't defend sucker shit. I just tell it like it is. Truth is the new hate. Truth is the new hate. Real West says DAZN is just 7 months in the game of boxing. God damn. Say it again, Real West. 7 months in the game and bird shitting all over these other motherfucking networks. Showtime in trouble. I'm telling you like that. Showtime in trouble. And anybody else, man, that act like they don't want to partner with them or do business with DAZN, hey, you just gonna fail, man. You gonna fail. They are taking over. Trav says, yeah, AB and Charholes. Mikey was the only real one over there he went after. Red Glove says, I know AB turned down an offer from Rock Nation and it was way more money. And he told Jay-Z to fuck himself. I want to say something similar happened with him in DAZN. These niggas are turning down opportunities of a lifetime. Shout out to Devin Haney. Shout out to Tevin Farmer. Shout out to Canelo, Ryan Garcia, and everybody else, man. That's going to be signed in the future because believe me when I tell you, there's going to be a lot more top boxers that are going to be signing with DAZN. Okay, I like the fact that we get to be introduced to other guys on the scene. I'm from America, so we get to be introduced to other fighters, prospect contenders from the UK. Which I mean, so it's DAZN is bridging the gap. What don't y'all get about that? DAZN is going against all odds, man. breaking the boundaries, creating a bridge between the American market and the UK market, right? Providing equal opportunity for fighters, changing their lives. These guys are making good money. They're able to do what they love, which is fight. They stand hella active. They have multiple platforms where they can get shine and promo. Hey, all of these especially like all of these these biased media people that been having so much shit to say about the zone. I guarantee you a lot of these motherfuckers are there. You know why? Because these are opportunists. They know Canelo, how much traffic Canelo Alvarez bring. This is a unification bout. It's gonna be the biggest bout this year. You name me one bout that's bigger than the unification of Canelo Alvarez and Danny Jacobs so far this year. Do not get up here talking about Errol and Mikey. Okay. Stop. Don't talk about Bud Crawford and Amir Khan. Definitely don't bring up AB Pacquiao. Get it out of here. This is the biggest fight this year in boxing. Everybody is going to be there that can be there, especially these goddamn bias ass media peoples. They're going to try to get there despite all the shit that they be talking about Eddie Hearn and DAZN and how DAZN was going to fail and all of this shit. But I guess they doing something right to get you motherfuckers there. See, truth is the new hate. Red Glove says, is Rock Nation still doing boxing? I haven't heard much about them since the end of their contract with Cotto. I heard somebody said something about Al Heyman ran him out of boxing or something. So I don't know, man. Hey, whatever. I don't know, fam. Honestly, don't know. Boxing Killer TV said Devin Haney seems happy with his new deal. Man, every fighter that I've seen over there, anybody know? Okay? I know how like a lot of people like to brag about PBC fighters don't be complaining, but look, Gary Russell Jr. has something to say, fam, this week. I think that it's like a little special code. Hey, no matter what, don't out Al Heyman. Even though the nigga don't come out, he don't do interviews. He don't want to show his face. None of that. Don't talk bad about him. Shout out to Bruce fucking Vane, because I watched his video on the Gary Russell, pretty much letting it be known about Al Heyman is trying to protect Leo Santa Cruz. He can't even get that fight. So, I mean, like a nigga got to beg for unification bout on the PBC side. But you know what? On the DAZN side, they like, okay, let's see what the real problem is in boxing. Okay, so fans are not even getting unification. So let's just give them unifications. Okay. Fans actually want to see some of the best fighters stay active. So let's make sure that they stay active. These fighters actually want to be compensated well. So let's just compensate them. These fighters need more exposure and more platforms. So let's strategically put our YouTube channels in place, IFL TVs, and so on and so forth, to where they can go get these interviews, where there's a lot of traffic going to these channels, to where when they do these interviews, a lot of people are going to know who they are. They can plug in their stuff, their social media, their YouTube channel, put the links in the description so that we can go out, so that they can get the support that they need. And in turn, is going to support the zone, the whole movement. Checkmate. Checkmate. Don't hate, mate. Don't hate, mate. Don't hate. Boxing Mom says Al Heyman put 50 and Jay-Z out of business. Leonard Ellaby's nose is in the motherfucking house. What up? What up, though? Charles says nostrils. What up? God damn. I can't believe somebody zoomed in on that nigga's nose. Leonard Ellaby's nose, excuse me, Leonard Ellaby's nose, because Leonard Ellaby is an entity in itself. The nose is a whole nother entity by itself. But Leonard Ellaby's nose says, congratulations to Devin Haney, another young black millionaire. Looks like PBC ain't the only ones making guys millionaires. And Devin Haney been around for a while, shopping around for possibly somebody who can give him a good enough offer to where he ain't got to just do it on his own. I remember when he said that. Like, you know what? If there's somebody who has a good enough offer for me, I most definitely will consider the option, and I'll work with a promoter. But he said, if the offer ain't good enough, I'm good enough just doing what I'm doing. All the money that Mayweather supposedly got, he couldn't offer him a better deal, right? All the money Heyman got, and all these other people out there, he couldn't get it. He couldn't get a better deal from them guys. But the DAZN is failing though. So the young promoter, the young boss, 20-year-old Devin Haney, right? His best option was to go to DAZN. Just look, take your own time, watch an interview, right? Watch an interview of Devin Haney with DAZN. Watch an interview of Canelo, Danny Jacobs, right? Riri. You tell me, are they happy? Or do they look like they in a slave situation? Do they look like, like, fuck, man, I don't really want to be here. Y'all niggas better wake up. Don't hate, mate. Don't hate, mate. Red Glove says only one person complaining from DAZN. It's Big Crybaby Miller, and that's because he got caught. Right. That was embarrassing to the whole side. It's embarrassing to DAZN. But see, now that's a good thing that happened, because see, Eddie Hearn realizes, then DAZN realizes, like, yo, I can't risk a situation like this again. So I have to ensure that everybody is clean. I guarantee you, man, that's going to be the push. All the guys that Eddie Hearn has signed lately, I'm sure that he's going to try to ensure that, look, via the testing. Okay, because Miller getting popped not only looked bad on his damn self with his fat ass, but that looked bad on DAZN. It fucked up the whole event, right? People had bought plane tickets to see Gerald Miller and Joshua, not Andy Ruiz and Joshua. Okay. Now, I know some people saying that, oh, that's more of a competitive fight. Hey, whatever. Okay, whatever. But I'm just saying, it just still does not take away from the fact that it was just embarrassing. It was just embarrassing. Boxing Mom says, does anyone know where these YouTube channels get their info? They all keep saying DAZN only has 58,000 subs, and how they going to fail? I don't know. I don't know about all that, bro. But even if the actual DAZN YouTube channel only has 58,000 subs, you can't just go off that, because I see so many different channels are DAZN. Hey, bro, it's loud. It's loud, fam. It's loud. What's up, Jalik?
What's good, man?
Loud.
Hold on one second. Let me get move somewhere else.
Red Glove says, Box Killer says boxing beats and rhymes showed a Heyman contract. It's like a 360 music deal. Heyman gets a piece of everything. Red Glove says Boxing Monster, they get their info from their own feeble minds. Remember, they complained about DAZN being $9.99 a month, then $19.99 a month, but say $80 for one card is a good deal for the people. I mean, these niggas, like, hey, at the end of the day, man, look, truth is the new hate. Truth is the new hate. Bias says DAZN low-key supporting more black fighters than PBC. You got Tevin Farmer making way more than with PBC, and Jacobs too. Well, I don't know if they have more, if they support more black fighters, but it seems like it's just equal opportunity over there. It don't matter if you white, black, Filipino, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? We see so much of diversity in these different races and cultures over there. UK, American, don't matter. Don't matter. Right, and then also Jojo Diaz is fighting on that platform. So I mean, they've already had and you know what I'm saying, they're making their mark as far as women's boxing, make sure that they get their shine. Um, Trav says, "Oh yeah, Black. I've taken note of how Matchroom and Eddie is rolling out the red carpet for Haney, and they're going to do it for Andy Ruiz with a press conference for him. They were going to do it. He was trying to say they were going to do it for cut off. Charles says Miller's ass was on everything. Yeah, y'all. So I got about maybe about 45 more minutes to be on this thing, man. Boxing Monster says that red glove. I called out Fat Boy Cali for lying. He said the zone desperately need the NFL to survive. That fat MF thinks he's an actual reporter. Bitch, you a security guard with a YouTube channel. Y'all leave them niggas alone, man. Like, look, man, look. Just say it like this, okay? Support who you support. If you don't agree with what the motherfuckers is saying, don't watch them. I'll tell you like this. I don't watch them, fam. I don't. Once I've already established that this person is biased, that they have an agenda, I'm not going to waste my time, bro. I don't even want my mental to get disrupted by clicking on one of those videos when I'm already knowing what the fuck it's going to be. It's going to be on some bullshit. It's going to be on some bias shit. And I get it. There's biased people. Me, I'm not a biased boxing fan. It's a very unbiased perspective from where I come from. I'm all about the best fights. That's what I'm about. If other guys is just all about protecting select few fighters, maybe on PBC side, whatever. Do you? I don't hate you guys. Like, I just don't agree with the shit. You know, I'm gonna talk my real shit on my channel. That's what I do. Okay. And if you feel that that is a hate or a threat to you, then it is what it is. Don't hate, mate. Don't hate, mate. Jason Harrison, what's up, man? Says watched an interview with Tevin Farmer and Eddie Hearn on IFL TV, then sub to Tevin's YouTube channel. DAZN signing exciting fighters with brains. You can see they are being looked after and are happy. Absolutely, Jason Harris. I was just talking about that, fam. I mean, that was nice. And that same interview, because I watched that this morning, that same interview, that was Eddie Hearn's interview. He saw Tevin Farmer walking by. He's like, yo, Tevin, come here. Gave Tevin some shine. Let Tevin have his moment and take over and were able to plug in his YouTube channel, talk about what he had going down in Ethiopia, Africa, and all that. So at the end of the day, I gotta salute what they doing over there. Unbiased. What's happening, fam?
It was good, Black.
Everything,
Yeah,
hey
man.
man, talking about the zone strategy.
I agree, man. You know, Eddie Hearn seems like he's more for the fighter, as in terms of trying to get them known, than somebody like Floyd who just wants all the attention on him.
Hmm.
Somebody like Al Heyman that you don't never see, like you
Hmm.
don't know his true intentions or like who he is, his character. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So, I mean, that's why I prefer somebody like Eddie Hearn, who's in your face, who promotes his fighter, and it, actually, to be honest, I like his model better because it seems like PBC, the only way for their fighters to blow up, they gotta fight a Mexican fighter.
Hmm.
That's like the model over there. Whereas, like, you could see Tevin Farmer, he's getting paid way more money than he got with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? And Danny Jacobs was getting paid a lot more money, but now he's fighting Canelo, so who is a big star. But you know what I'm saying? Like he's
Hmm.
Mexican, so I guess you could say that. But either way, I'm saying Eddie Hearn has stars that he's creating on his side that is not following the model that we're used to, which is like Mexican versus black.
Hmm. Real stuff, man. Real stuff. And I mean, you made some good points as far as like I like the fact that um Eddie Hearn, you physically can approach the guy. Like you brought up the fact that like somebody like Al Heyman, right? Who we don't never fucking see. We don't know his character. We don't know nothing about this guy, other than what we hear from other fighters. If Eddie Hearn makes a mistake, like say for instance the comments that Barry Hearns made recently, where it just created this firework, and of course the PBC YouTube channels ran with that shit, right? And it's like situation like that. Eddie Hearn approached the media. He owned up to this shit, right? He was able to address this shit. Whereas, say something happens where somebody can say something about Al Heyman. Like Al Heyman is doing this, or Al Heyman's blocking this, or Al Heyman that. We can't approach Al, and Al can actually defend himself on something. It's like it's too much mystery shit on, like, say, the PBC side. They want to talk about this mysterious back end money. They talking about Al Heyman this and Al Heyman that. We never met him. You talk about the fact that like somebody like Floyd Mayweather wants to take over interviews. He wants all to shine, whereas Eddie Hearn, he's not that way. He wants his guys to shine. Like he tries to put them in the best position to where they're more known. And because it's a business, and it's like if they're more known and they're happy, this helps the zone, And I just see like their strategy is working, man. It's definitely working, man. It's like you know anybody who just got a problem with what they got going on over there. I just feel like, man, they'll hate that. They're hating. Um, but y'all do me a quick favor, man. I got a unbiased or biased boxing talk right here. Um, take a moment, tap that link, subscribe to his YouTube channel. Been a minute, man. You ain't been putting up that much content lately, huh? Unbiased. You stepped away. Let me read a few comments. Uh, Trav says, true boxing monsters. I can tell firsthand from the Spence Garcia fight. The Mexicans treat Hispanic fighters like gods. Yeah, man. And when we talk about the biggest Mexican fighter in the sport, Canelo Alvarez, like, and it's just crazy to me, man, like that all of these biased media platforms, I guarantee you all of them trying to show up to this Canelo Danny Jacobs fight. But guess what? Y'all got to go over there and deal with Hearn. Y'all got to deal with Hearn and everything that he got. You know what I'm saying? That's his shit. Him and DAZN event that they got cracking over there. Yeah, y'all go back to your YouTube channel shitting on them, talking about when y'all was talking before about how DAZN is gonna fail and this, that, and the other. Boxing Killer says Hearn got Haney over 10,000 Twitter followers in under 24 hours. That's big. Wow. And then even people that just be like, even like you said, like the black boxing casuals or boxing fans, if y'all want to call them that, like they might try to hate on Eddie Hearn because he's a white guy, but it's just like he's helping a black dude though, right? So you can't give him credit for that. Like y'all dudes are so damn racially biased to where y'all can't even see when somebody is helping your people. Like it brings joy to see the success Tevin Farmer's having. I mean, a guy with 4 losses being able to get the opportunity that he's getting with DAZN. He's a champion now. IBF champion, already got 3 defenses in like less than 6 months, I think. It's crazy. So, and he's happy. He's happy. He's making his money. He's staying active. He wants the best fights. Same thing with Devin Haney. Shout out to Trav for hit me in my inbox. Let me know about that. Devin Haney ain't coming in over there to just be babysitted. I put it like this. If you want to be babysitted, go to PBC. Go to PBC so you can be babysitted and protected. Okay? Like these are the niggas that gotta have 30,000 bodyguards around them. These are the most timid, scared motherfuckers on the planet, seem like, in boxing. Whereas Tevin Farmer, he just pull up by himself, him and one other person. Like, but these other guys, like shit, they somebody pull up on them, they want to walk away. They don't even want, they got a hoodie on, looking down. They don't even want to look you in your eye and shit.
Exactly. And those PBC fighters, they can't even mention certain. I feel like it's in their contract where they're contractually obligated to not be able to say certain fighters' names that are across the pond. Like I know Earl Spence said Terrence Crawford's name, but he, you know what I mean, when he's fighting, he never seems to call him out. So maybe there's somewhere in the contract where you can't talk about Terrence Crawford on fight night or something like that, because these guys don't ever want to talk about Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia after they fight. They only talk about each other. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird. And I mean, I don't know what's going on over there on that side, but those guys, they don't seem to want to fight the best. They just don't seem hungry. So,
hey man, it's all about cash and checks over there. That's what I said. That's the money team over there. But you know what? I fucks with the legacy team. because guys that care about their legacy, they getting paid. But guess what? When it's all said and done, their legacy gonna be straight. Their legacy gonna be straight. You can't. You're not gonna be remembered for being somebody who just cashed checks. You're gonna be remembered for what you accomplish. You know what I mean? Like anybody can make money. You know what I mean? But if you can make your mark in history in some way or another, that withstands the test of time. Rest in peace, Nipsey. I hate to bring this back up, but it's like it ain't the mere fact that he can rap. He wasn't just like, I mean, how many people can rap probably better than him? But the mere fact of what he did in his community, you know what I'm saying? What he did with that tool of using rap, he used it to do other things that made him a legend. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's other guys in boxing, yeah, they can fight. It may be guys that fight better than you, but how did you make your mark? Did you at least try to conquer the best guys in your weight class? When you were interviewed, was that all you talked about was just money? Was it all you talked about was A side, B side? Was it all you talked about was you on the wrong side of the street and shit like that? Or was you actually, showing that, you really want to test your skills versus the top competition, and then had a good little message to go behind it. You help your community, things like that. Guys, man, don't care about their legacy no more. They don't care about their legacy no more. And I think
Yep.
the zone, Buzz, I think the zone is the best platform if you care about legacy and to be able to make good money.
Yeah, the zone in top rank, to be honest with you, man.
Mm,
Because it seems like over there on PBC, they're about creating personas instead of actual legacy. Like Earl Spence went from strap season to get a belt to you on the wrong side of the street. There's
mm,
no smoke. Earl, and then Wilder went from one face, one champ, the baddest man on the planet, to it's not even about the belts anymore. It's about money,
wow.
baby. So he went from all that to
Wow.
that. So I'm just saying it. Those guys over there, they just they pretty much just switch up on you. It's expected. You know what I mean? From now, for me, it's expected. I thought Tank Davis was hungry, and when I saw him fight Pedraza, I was like, okay, this
Mm,
dude's a real deal. So let's see who he's fighting next. And then you saw what happened with his career. He just fought a bunch of smaller dudes. So it is
mm-hmm,
what it is with those guys. And until proven otherwise, like Jared
mm,
Hurd shows me he actually wants legacy. So that's somebody I
right.
could get behind. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah. Absolutely, man. That's facts. And but yeah, it's just sad that you almost have to like almost give you a headache trying to think about like how many guys actually had the right mentality and care about their legacy and is not talking that business talk shit. But yeah, man, like you said, two of the biggest names on PBC side, man, definitely did a major switch up, man. Major switch up. And it's not like these guys are not talented. It ain't like these guys don't have enough potential and skills to be the best in their weight class. But you might be right though, biased that it might be in their contract, man, to be this way. And then it's like, how else can you really blame them when the guy that's at the top that pretty much made PBC relevant is this way? He only fights for the check. It's all about being a side and um, only fighting if you're going to get this certain amount of money in. And if it's going to do this many pay-per-views. So it's like it's almost if you have to make a decision, I guess, if you were a fighter coming up. Am I in this just to make the most money and that's it and not really be pushed to fight the best fights in my weight class? Because if you want to be protected and have a safe smooth ride, getting paid good, but when you retire and it's all said and done, nobody really care about you, go to PBC. Go to
Yeah,
PBC. But if you want to,
exactly.
yeah.
It's Jamel Herring, he recently signed with Top Rank, right?
Hmm.
And he let it out the cat out the bag. He was like, those guys over there. I wasn't he when he was over there, he wasn't able to get the fights that he wanted, and they basically are selective with who they get behind. The machine gets behind over there. So really, even if you wanted legacy, you just might not be marketable to the point where they want to push you up and elevate you to get those big fights. So you essentially just sit on the shelf And
Mm,
he made a good point. Do you think they would have paid Tevin Farmer, over $1 million to fight over there on PBC? I don't think so.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
So, and you think they would have gave him hometown fights and stuff like that? I don't think so either. So, I mean, that's why I think the zone is good for boxing because they're giving guys shots and chances to be, a better fighter and put into a better position. Also, fight good competition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And you know what, man? Like I was saying before you came on, like I feel like the zone is doing such a great thing because they're like bridging the gap between the American market and the UK market, and that's why I feel like it's strategic. Like their biggest fighter, AJ. Well, I don't know who's the biggest, as far as Canelo or AJ, but AJ, of course, we know you got the biggest name in the UK and arguably the biggest name in America, right? Because we know that the Mexican fan base that America has in Canelo. So you got AJ crossing the pond to fight in America for the first time, right? And so it's like, and then it's like, as Americans, we get to see the upcoming prospects and contenders on the UK side, and the UK get to see our upcoming prospects and contenders and champions on the American side, and it's like it kind of eliminates this conflict and this war between America versus UK. This almost like a platform where UK and America can work together, right? And you got Eddie Hearn Matchroom and the zone actually pushing to make the best fights for the fans, because UK fans are no different from American fans in the sense that we want to see the best. When it comes to this boxing, we want to see the best fight the best. Of course, the UK fans want their champion to be the best. Of course, we want our champions to be the best. But it comes as it's come down to a point where when our champions don't want to be the best, it makes you want to root for their damn champion. Like, fuck, hey man, look, get this nigga the crown. Take the strap off this nigga Wilder, since he over here trying to stall out the fight until 2023. And we got a guy who actually is pushing undisputed. He's saying he won undisputed. He's coming down to America. He's actually getting on American media platforms promoting the fight. Whereas we seen, like I did the live stream yesterday, Wilder's his path is already laid out before him. He got about at least 5 opponents that he can face and say that, well, yeah, I got these guys to face first. It's the same thing like with Errol Spence. I got to take care of these guys on my side of the street first before I unify with you.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, that people want Anthony Joshua to go ringside to the Brazil fight and call him out. It's like, bro, what else do you want him to do? Like, he already offered the guy $120 million to fight. You think going ringside is gonna help at that point? I don't think so. But
That's dumb. You know why? And you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say shit like, "Oh, look at AJ, he desperate." Do you see how they turned this shit? It went from oh, Wilder's the most feared guy on the planet, but then this boogeyman is being chased, and they're like, "Oh, look how desperate he is. This man desperate for a fight because he ain't got nobody to fight."
yeah, or they all wanted Luis Ortiz not to take the fight. They're like, oh, Luis Ortiz shouldn't save the day. It's like, what are you
Right.
guys? Are you guys boxing fans or what is this? Like, I want to see
Mm-hmm.
good fights. I don't know what's going on over there, but
Mm-hmm. They on that PBC. They on the payroll for black champions, man. They trying to protect these guys, man. They trying to protect these guys, and it's crazy. Like Ortiz versus Joshua. If you take away the damn what side of the network or what side of the street they're on, that's just a great fight for boxing fans.
exactly,
People
exactly.
been, how long people been wanting to see that fight right there.
Yeah,
It's like I've been wanting to see that fight since I think like 4 years ago, fam, 3 or 4 years ago. Before, since before Ortiz fought Wilder. I've been wanting to see him face Joshua because I'm like, shit, I need Ortiz to get them straps off him, you know. But at this point, I don't know if Ortiz can beat him because I mean he looked like he looked old like a motherfucker in his last fight. And I'm an Ortiz fan, but I'm gonna keep it 100. Like he'll probably get his ass beat. He'll probably get stretched by AJ. That's not gonna stop me from wanting to see the fight. And I'm disappointed in him because I always thought he was type of guy that he wouldn't back down to nobody.
Yeah.
Especially when you talking about you gonna fight niggas for a happy meal. You can fight niggas for an extra value meal. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
Hey,
what
hey, but,
happened?
hey, but Black, you know why else I like the UK side of boxing a little bit is they don't protect their prospects like how we protect our prospects, like Tank
Hmm.
Davis and all these other guys. I mean, Shakur Stevenson, he's kind of coming out the shell and he wants the big fights now. You know what I mean? I respect him for that. But over there in the UK, they make the prospects fight each other. They
Mm.
make them go for the champions as fast as they want it. Like they don't, there ain't no babying
Mm.
over there, and that's why I like it and respect it a little bit more. Like you had Billy Joe Saunders fighting Chris Eubank. You had
Mm.
Taylor versus O'Hare Davis. Like they fight each other
Damn,
over there.
What was it? Well, Lomachenko, is that considered UK or the just Ukraine, right?
Yeah, he's just Eastern European.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So across the pond, yeah, these motherfuckers they be so confident, I guess, in what they do in their amateur career, to where they like shit. Once we get to the pros, that means I'm ready for everybody.
Yeah, that's how it should be, man. There shouldn't be no protective custody when you know what I mean. When you turn pro,
Yeah,
it's time to just go for it. Like Floyd went for it. You know what I'm saying? 18 fights, he became a champion.
yeah,
So
yeah. And you know what? And the thing about it is, I like the way Floyd's career went. You know what I mean? Like he did it the proper way, but he's not implementing that same strategy for the PBC fighters, though. You know, it's just like you said, these guys is being definitely protected. You know, they these guys got to be very carefully guided throughout their career. And and this is my thing. Once you become a champion, that protection shit gotta stop. That's over with, man. You supposed to be it's free smoke for everybody, because you at the top of the mountain. Everybody want to, get a crack at you, especially if it's another champion. It's like you shouldn't be uh denying the unification bout. Like you should be trying to beat every top dog, that's in your weight class.
yeah,
But
sad thing about it, man. I think Tank Davis could beat majority of the champions at 130. To be
me
honest with
too.
you, so
Exactly.
I don't see what the protecting is for. So
Right.
sometimes it's just to build their star, and that's not really needed. Just give us the fights. That'll build his star. Give us the fights and let us see him beat somebody down, and that'll be like, all right, yeah, this guy's about it. Now I'm a fan. We don't need to see him coming out to Michael Jackson Thriller to beat a nobody.
Right.
Like what you know what I'm saying? He's
That's
beating
not a
a
big enough event for you to be doing that Michael Jackson shit, dog.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it don't make sense to me.
Right,
But I
man.
mean, it is what it is. And people try to hate on Bob Arum too, which I don't get. Bob Arum, his fighters are chasing legacy. Like we can
Hmm.
only right now we could only say there's only been one fighter on on all those networks that has been undisputed, and that's Top Rank. Because I don't know who Usyk is signed with. I don't know if he signed with one of those promoters, but I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying in general, like PBC, there ain't no undisputed over there. You know what I'm saying? So let's be honest. These guys over there are chasing legacy. Lomachenko, he's been calling out Mikey Garcia now. And you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Before I was like Mikey wanted the fight, but he don't want the fight. It don't seem like it at least. And
Nah,
I think Mikey beats him, but how can I say that now if you not it shows me that
exactly.
you're scared. You know what I mean? So
Right. So I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know, man. Like you said, it might be something in the contract to where they can't mention another guy's name. They can't say, "Oh, I want to fight this guy," because once again, like Angel Santos said to me, pretend boss club. They're not really they bosses, man. They're not bosses over there. They are told what to do, who to fight. Um, Maybe there's some few cases where they can decide, hey, Heyman, I really need this fight. I really want to get this fight. I'm sure I can win it or something. But like you said, man, how can you be as confident that a guy who you think is going to win the fight, but they're not even asking for the fight. They're not even responding to the fade. When somebody call them out for that fade, they all acting like they didn't get the call. Like and you know what I'm saying, they phone disconnected or some shit. And it's funny because like you said, a lot of these guys, man, it's crazy that they being protected because they have a good chance to beat everybody in their weight class. But like say for instance, like Tevin Farmer, right? Like there's a good chance, like Tank will go in there and stop him, like being real. But
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn not trying to even protect him. So you would think that Eddie Hearn, being that like Tevin Farmer, he's already had 4 losses in the past. He knows how, and he already know how good Tank is. He was trying to recruit him, you know, and
I'm
so
a,
he understands how good he is, but he's not even trying to protect Tevin from him, you know.
there's one reason why I think Eddie Hearn is just not. He's not a good promoter that in the sense that he won't protect you because some promoters will protect you like we had
Mhm.
Don King, he'll protect you, and you had what I mean, certain promoters will protect you if they know that you're just like the golden goose. But man, Eddie Hearn is not that kind of promoter. You could see
Mhm.
his track record. Look at Kell Brook. He didn't protect Kell Brook from Triple G, and he didn't protect Kell Brook from coming down and getting beat by Spence. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, and he didn't protect Eubank. You know what I mean, he's just he'll if his fighter wants to fight, he'll fight. And you know what I'm saying? Like Amir Khan. Eddie Hearn was like, why don't you fight Kell Brook? That's a bigger money fight. Amir Khan told him, no, I'm gonna go and fight Terrence Crawford, and that's what he did. Like that's the thing with the fighters over there on that side, they have more
Mhm.
leeway. They could say, no, I want to do this, and if that's not the case, then on PBC side, it means either they're just scared or they can't just come out and say, I'm doing this because I want to do it. I don't care what you say. Or it's in
Right.
their contract that they just can't do it.
Yeah. Either way, I ain't fucking with it, man. Whether they scared or they being, restricted, protected. Either way, it does not benefit the fan. But you know what? But like, shout out to all y'all what y'all saying in the chat too. He says, Aquarius Love says Usyk is with Eddie Hearn. So yeah, that's Eddie Hearn gets that point, I guess. You know what I'm saying? As far as that undisputed. Champ Ross says Hearn put Froch in Super Six also. I
He did.
mean, Eddie
Yeah.
Hearn, his one thing we can look at his track record, like you said, he is not in the business of protecting these fighters, you know. And you know what? This is my theory on why he's not here to protect the fighters because I think he actually wants to see these fights. Like I honestly think that Eddie Hearn is a fan. Like, say for instance, right? His one of his best friends, Tony Bellew, he could have tried to say, "Yo, look, man, don't fight Usyk." You know what I mean? Like, don't do it. Don't do it. He saw Tony Bellew get his ass stretched by Usyk in there. And it was rough for him seeing that shit. But at the end of the day, it's like he still didn't prevent it. Like he was there as a fan because he wanted to see top level fight. He wanted it was probably that adrenaline rush. Like, damn, who can pull out the win? Can Tony Bellew pull this out? You know. And so if he willing to just like if he ain't trying to protect one of his best friends from getting in there and getting knocked silly, shit, hey, you other guys that he signed, you better be ready. He gonna throw you in there. But
Yeah.
I think more is like I think more is like it's Eddie Hearn. He understands that you know what I have to do what's more crowd pleasing than fight pleasing. Like he's gonna take care of his fighters, but I think when you sign with the zone, you got to be willing to face any and everybody.
Exactly. He'll put you in a fight that you'll most likely lose. He will, because
Mm-hmm.
that's just the way he promotes. And he did it with Anthony Crolla, and Anthony Crolla had no chance versus Lomachenko, but he still put him in there. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Took the
So
rip.
yeah, that's and all of his prospects. His prospects take L's. Like look at his prospects; they take L's
Mm-hmm.
because he puts them in tough fights. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
that's just how it is over there. Either you sink or you swim, and if you swim, then you could be a star. That's pretty much it.
Jason Harrison says, glad I sub to this channel. Unbiased and good people in here and very knowledgeable. Yes, sir. What's up, Jalik?
Yo, what's up, Black Horseman? The second best nigga in this boxing debate, and I'm biased, the fifth best nigga. What's happening, y'all? Shout out
Hey,
to UGC.
this nigga Jalik, the type of nigga.
You the second place. You the second. You the second nigga. You the second nigga, Black.
Jalik,
Just face it, man. Just
J-
face it, man.
Jalik is only here for clout. This nigga,
Yeah,
it's no sun shining outside. He got sunglasses on and he got
Nah.
cowboy boots and he from Delaware.
yeah,
Yo,
So the
shout out
eighth,
to
the eighth best nigga in debating is on the live stream now. Shout out to Jalik.
shout out to UGC. Shout out to Black, man. I see you grinding on your channel. You got 2 channels. And make sure y'all subscribe to his other channel too, because Black is versatile. He switch it up. He talk boxing and everything. But yeah, man, right now Eddie Hearn is winning. And right now he's the best promoter right now. And I like what the zone is doing, and it's great for boxing. It's real
Hmm.
great for boxing, and I hope it continues to keep going and getting better and better and better. Because I think what's gonna happen when Danny Jacobs win this weekend,
Oh,
a
wow.
lot of niggas is gonna sign what because they gonna see like, damn, I'm with Al Heyman and Danny Jacobs got three of the belts. Then why won't I sign with the zone? Because this is a different platform. I'm making money, and I got a promoter that's a mouthpiece for me. Because
Hey,
I
can I ask? My bad, Jalik, but can I ask you guys something, man?
yeah
When are we gonna just say Al Heyman's a promoter? Because I mean, I know we're like, oh
Mm.
no, he's just an advisor, but Earl Spence made it pretty clear that Al Heyman offers him the fights. That sounds like a promoter to me. I mean, and he gets to
Mhm.
pick through names. You know what I mean? When are we just gonna take that title head of advisor away from him and just say, yeah, no, that's their promoter? But they use the term advisor to, what I mean, get away from taking the money out of the fighter's pocket. I get it, but I'm just saying in general that's their promoter.
Yeah, pretty
yeah
much.
that's a good question. I'm biased. That's a good question.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't.
Jaleel,
Yeah, yeah. What's
Jaleel,
up?
they say you
Huh?
looking like Macho Man Randy Savage and shit. Shit, dog.
You're looking like Booker T.
Oh yeah. God
Yeah,
damn.
but I like actually Eddie Hearn is trending upwards, and like I was just listening to Unbiased, he really don't protect it because he Cal Brook was gonna fight Vargas, he put that nigga in with Triple G. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? But hey, man, I mean, sometimes that's great, but I mean, oh
Yeah,
man, I was like,
Kel Brook, dumbass. He was like, "Oh man, I feel like I can get him, Eddie. I got it. I got it." No, 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 you
yeah, I
did
was
not.
like, damn. I was like, damn. I wonder if cause I think who do y'all got winning that Tevin Former Tank? I got Tank by knockout. Who y'all got
Nah,
winning that fight?
I got to get an edge to Tank, but I mean, shit. I don't know if they're gonna even allow that fight to happen, man.
I
I
got
know Eddie
Tank.
Hunt. Yeah, me too. You know,
PBC gonna have to do something like I don't know, man.
they holding
they
back some
they
of their
gonna have
best
to
fighters. It's just ridiculous. Like,
yeah they
Yeah,
gonna have to do something. It started a lot of that shit started with Earl Spence and he's saying he the boogeyman and then as soon when soon when Bud Crawford came and he started changing the story and then people like whoa he the best out there. Niggas want to see the best. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't care about what side of the street you on. So
yeah,
now shit is starting to change. They might need to send out a press release. The nigga Tim Smith or somebody like listen. You know what I mean? Something needs to go on, man. They gonna
Well,
yeah,
have to.
my whole thing is like with what PBC is doing, they know that Spence is ducking Crawford. So what they're gonna do is be like, oh, no, he's not ducking Crawford. Look, he's about to fight Danny Garcia, or he's not ducking Crawford. Look, he's about to fight Sean Porter. Like they're gonna do that to
hmm
distract us from the fact that he's actually ducking. If Tank's management team was smart, they would do the same thing and have him fight like Ito or Burchelt or something. But they ain't even doing that. He about to fight Gamboa. So.
Yeah,
Uh,
The only thing is like
yeah.
they can Spence can kind of low key get away with that fight not happening anytime soon because some of the fact that there's two more belts that he needs to get on his side of the street. So they can pair
Mm-hmm.
him up with Sean, and then they can pair him up with Keith. We could possibly take I don't know another 2 years. You know how the PBC dudes do,
yep.
but there's really no excuse for Deontay Wilder. They acting like he about to fight some guys who got straps. Like he can get some straps and say, okay, now it's 50-50 on A side. When all of those belts, the rest of the belts, AJ is holding on to. So really, he's just like you running to waste time with some fighters that's really irrelevant. They're not even relevant on the level of AJ at all. You know
Hey,
what I
and
mean?
hey, Black, did you hear the recent news that there will be a trilogy with Fury, win or lose, in the next fight? There's gonna have a third fight.
They would.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
You think that
Man,
fight gonna happen with ESPN? I don't know if that's gonna
No,
happen.
yeah, they said it's definitely happening, and they said that
Oh
win
my
or
god.
lose in the rematch, they get a trilogy.
Oh yeah. No, I don't even want to see that fight no more. Nick, everybody want to see man AJ and Wilder, man. Like I say, I know y'all think I'm on PBC payroll, which I'm not. I just listen.
yeah, you got
Wilder.
fired. You got fired. Go ahead.
Now, why? In my opinion, the next fight is going to be AJ and Wilder. Now, and if that doesn't happen, once I see everything that happens,
Stop it, bro.
then I'm gonna
Stop.
say Wilder is ducking. But in my opinion, they're fighting next. That's just what I believe.
Man,
That's what I
Jalik,
believe.
They've
I
already
hope
come out and said it has not. Go ahead, bro. Keep believing that. Put some
I
money
hope,
on it then.
yeah, I hope you're right,
Y'all
man.
don't.
To be honest, as a boxing
We can
fan, I hope you're right.
we can bet like charity, like we can bet like $100 to charity and give it to
If it
somebody
don't
else.
happen, you got to get a ball fade.
Nah, this is
Yeah,
like 7 years ahead of me growing
yeah. 7 years down the drain.
up.
Done. It's gonna
And
be.
Nah,
it's not. My bad. Go ahead, Julie.
no, I really believe it's gonna happen next. I think it's posturing and egos and emotions involved. That's how negotiations are. I believe that it's gonna happen next because it's to the point where it's just boiling over now. You can't, it can't get no higher than this. It's just, it's to the maximum point, and that's what they. It's crazy. They got probably psychologists working for their teams. They know that it's at the boiling point now. It's like you can't promote it no farther. It's to the point where it's gonna maximize all its dollars, and this is what we need to see
That's not
next.
my name though.
Water, Water and AJ in the fall or whenever they're gonna do it next.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that I mean, if he doesn't fight AJ, I'm just saying it's not like the other fights that he potentially could have will boost his star up enough to
It's
be like,
not. People
oh,
don't want to see that shit. People don't want to see
exactly.
him fight
That's
Ortiz. Ortiz
that.
fucked his name up when he ducked on this bullshit he just done. He just fucked his whole aura up. I'm
Well, that's
telling
what
you,
I'm
niggas.
saying. So that's what I mean. So there's no, it's kind of pointless to even fight those guys because you're not going to get 50-50 versus AJ. You might as well just take the fight now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, him. But
So,
you right though. Ortiz fucked his name. Any nigga out there that's like a boogeyman and nigga step to you and you don't take the fight, it fuck your whole aura up. So don't that boogeyman shit. You shouldn't even market yourself as nobody
Yeah.
as everybody ducking you. That's not a good marketing technique, yo.
Shit
Trust me.
dumb.
That's
That's
not
just
smart,
so
man.
dumb. Like,
That's not smart, yo.
why
What
do
up
that? And
with
then
it?
when a nigga pull your card, then now you exposed. What's up, Charles?
Charles
Ain't shit.
D,
What's good?
what's up, man? Charles the Barge, what's good, man?
Come on, man. You back in court, bro? You got
You
to
about
piss
to
in the
Yeah.
cup.
you about to snap it to a Slim Jim, nigga?
Why the fuck y'all you gotta use
yeah,
the court system, man? What's up, Charles D? Stop using my fucking court system.
Yeah, I'm about to piss in the cup.
God damn. This nigga pissing more
Damn,
cups
man.
than niggas enrolled in VADA.
I know. Tell them
for
motherfuckers
real.
leave you alone, dog.
I
Tell them
told you,
leave
nigga,
you
I'm VOD
alone, man.
already, nigga.
VADA ready, nigga. Be all kind of chronic leaves
So,
flying out that
so,
motherfucker. Go
so,
ahead.
Black. I haven't got your prediction. How do you predict the Wilder fight when it happens? Wilder versus
Which
AJ. Who you got winning?
come on, man. Stop it. I don't want to think 3 years ahead, bro. I'm not trying to think
Nah,
like
like
that.
you can do your predictions, but nigga, like, don't be trying to don't be
Come
on
on,
that
bro.
double talk shit.
Let's live
Like,
in the real world. You
Black
you
trying to
you gotta
double talk. Look, Black talking that shit, but he know Wilder gonna win, so he don't want to fuck. Come on, man. Who you got winning?
Jaleel, listen,
Come
you got to
on,
come to
man.
the real world one day, bro. You talking about the fight gonna happen this fall? See, that's why you asking your prediction, the prediction of this shit now, because you think the fight really gonna happen this year.
I
Somebody
believe that
tell this
shit gonna
man.
happen, dog.
Somebody tell this man
I
he's
believe it's
he's
gonna
sadly
happen, man.
mistaken.
Jalik, you need to wake up, bruh.
So who you got winning, unbiased? You got AJ winning?
I got AJ sleeping him, unfortunately, man.
In what round? And how's he gonna do that? Because
Well,
I ain't
I'm
gonna.
like we said yesterday, yo. And listen, this is no slight to Wilder. Before AJ even blew up on the scene, I was watching Wilder fight. I was like, yo, this dude reminds me of Prince Nassim a little bit because he's unorthodox and he had power. But
Mm-hmm.
Prince Nassim is obviously more technical than Wilder. But I'm just saying in
Mm-hmm.
general, he's just unorthodox. But my thing with Wilder is he takes punishment before he can land that shot, and you can't
Right.
really do that. You can't do that against AJ because AJ is also a big puncher. So
Mm-hmm.
essentially, I see him getting clipped, and it could happen early, it could happen in the middle rounds, it could happen whenever. You know what I'm saying? So I just see AJ knocking him out. That's just my
You
opinion.
can see AJ getting past his jab, like his reach and his jab. You think
Yeah,
he think he's just
I
gonna
seen.
you think he's just gonna
Well,
come right in?
So real quick, so you think that that's what's really gonna happen, or you just want that to happen, or you know what I mean? What's you really feel like that, or you just don't you want him to get clipped because you don't like water?
Yeah, you know he got that. You know
Nah,
he got
it
that
has
hate.
nothing. It was after the what convinced me of him being able to beat Wilder was after the Klitschko fight because I seen him. There were points where he would get underneath Klitschko's jab. Now
Mm-hmm.
also counter Klitschko's jab. He just showed me more
Yeah.
boxing abilities. So
Mm.
yeah, and I've seen Wilder essentially get outboxed by guys that he really shouldn't. He had no business outboxing him. You know what I mean?
I
Like
agree. I agree.
Eric
Wa-
Molina. So
Water does rely on that right hand too much, so And sometimes like injuries or certain times you ain't gonna knock everybody out. We seen that in the Tyson Fury fight. But as far
Yeah,
as
he has like he's
AJ
like
Chin is
seven
AJ Chin,
injuries.
yeah, AJ Chin is kind of shaky. AJ Chin, he got buzzed by Povetkin. I was like, whoa, AJ. And I fucks with AJ, man. I like AJ. A lot of people, since I'm picking water, don't think I like AJ. But I mean, you can root for both niggas. I just think he gonna get stopped. His chin kind of
Yeah.
shaky, man.
If
In
Water
my
was with
opinion.
hey
Huh?
Jalik, if Water was with the zone, would you still be rooting for him?
Y'all niggas is crazy. Y'all niggas is part of like a YouTube boxing gang shit. Nah, but nigga, look at my
What?
video. Look
That
at my
nigga
video for
Jalik got that
February.
DAZN check, man. I'm trying to tell
Listen,
you.
I'm before 2 months ago in February, I done a video. I was like, the zone for them to increase their subscribers and get rid of their churn rates, they need to do a yearly subscription. Boom. Fast forward a month later, they come up with a yearly subscription. I'm not saying they done it because of me, but I already was looking down ahead, and I know that the zone is great for
Yeah, because
boxing.
they you cash
I
that
like
check,
both
you
of them.
passing out ideas.
Nah, I don't got. Yeah, I mean, I just wish everybody the best because if you think about it, the more money the boxers make, the safer they are. That's just better for the fans. If the don't we ultimately all want to see the best fight the best? I mean, that's what I do. I
That's
don't
the
give a
Yeah,
fuck
move.
what
Well,
side of the street
but
you on.
with the protection you doing on the PPC side, I don't know if you really do.
Nah,
but Jalik, the one thing about Povetkin that we could all say is that he has a really good boxing pedigree, and he was able to get under Anthony Joshua. He's good at fighting taller fighters. Like he'll, you know, what I mean, he does this weird
yeah,
thing where he'll get under and throw an uppercut real quick, and that buzzed Anthony
that's
Joshua.
true.
He didn't see it happening. He
Oh,
didn't see it coming. So
but they brought the Wilder win a medal at the 2008 Olympics.
yeah, he
Bronze.
did.
Okay,
Yep.
okay,
Yep.
hey, give him some credit, my nigga. Give him
Yeah,
some
but
credit.
he
He won
if
the
he
he
if
won the bronze medal.
right, he did. But if you watched his Olympic fights, you saw he won that based off power. He was just, the power was, what I mean, it was his power is there. You know what I mean? Obviously, so he was stopping
Yesterday,
guys
yesterday you
with
said he
power.
wasn't really got power like that. You
No,
keep
no, no,
saying
no. I
flip
said he's
flopping.
not a. I said he's not a one punch knockout
Oh my
artist.
gosh.
Yeah,
I don't know where you get that.
my standard for when I say one punch knockout artist, I'm talking about like Julian Jackson. That's a one punch knockout
Yeah, he
artist.
mean like you hit you once, nigga,
That's
and
weird, dog.
you sleep.
Why
You
did I
ain't getting
fight?
up.
Because Wilder be sleeping people in the ninth round. So that's more accumulation to me. I mean, that's just
You
my
think
opinion.
so? That
Yeah.
usually means that you got stamina and you can carry your power. We see a lot of niggas, they can only get you out of there in the early rounds. After
Oh,
that,
nah.
them
Wilder can
punches aren't
carry. He
effective.
carries his power. He's dangerous
Yeah,
all 12. He's dangerous all
Yeah,
12.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yep.
I just want to see the fight, man. It's getting to the point where I think they just almost manipulating the fans, us, and got us going back and forth on YouTube.
Who is they?
No, the powers that be, because they know our emotions. They like, man,
They
okay, we're gonna
manipulating
fall
you.
back.
You
Yeah,
being you being manipulated.
manipulating the fans as a whole because I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I don't have inside sources. You know what I mean? But like I said, my life,
Nigga, don't
um,
lie. You be hanging
huh?
Yeah,
out with
Trav
haters.
said, "Did you pay your
Nah,
$20?" See,
who?
Trav said, "Did you pay
I'm
your
gonna be
twenty
at the Herd
dollars?"
fight. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If I interview niggas, I gotta ask the questions I want. I can't be fake with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So
Nigga, stop it.
I doubt if they would even ever give me a press pass. I can't be fake with niggas and be, what I'm
Nah,
saying,
yeah.
I'm not that type nigga, man. I'm a different breed, man. I can't be
Those
fake like that.
those other channels on the other side, they be
I
talking
ask niggas
extreme.
questions. It's gonna lead to a fight because I'm getting straight to the grits.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know. That's what I'm
this
Those,
saying.
nigga,
A lot
well,
of
this
niggas.
nigga Charles gonna be pissing in the cup for his whole life, nigga.
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
you
you
gotta
gotta chill,
stop that. When
brother.
you off that shit, man, tell a motherfucker to leave
Yeah,
you alone, dog.
come on, man. You gonna be
Nigga,
65
I
pissing in
love
cups,
telling
man.
these niggas leave me alone. That don't mean it's gonna work, motherfucker.
And you gonna be telling your grandkids about stories
Hey,
about pissing in cups and shit.
UGC, we need a
I'm gonna be
prediction.
using
Hey,
I'm gonna
Black.
be using they
Pissing the cup
piss.
promotions and
I'm
shit.
Hey, Black. You can't be ducking no
gonna tell my
predictions, my
kids
nigga.
piss in the cup for me.
What'd you say,
Black,
Jalik?
you can't be ducking no predictions, my dog. Come on, man.
Hey,
Ducking no
You think
JD,
prediction.
Water gonna
hey,
win? You think Water gonna win? That's cool.
hey,
No, I'll give
JD
you
and
a prediction. I'll give you a
JD in the
prediction.
chat.
Go
My
ahead.
bad, go
Listen, I
ahead.
can't see the chat. What they
No, I
saying?
can wait. Jalik can wait on this prediction shit. Go ahead.
JD in the chat said Wilder won a bronze medal at heavyweight, which is cruiserweight. David Price won his bronze medal in the Olympics at super heavyweight. Yeah, so I mean,
Oh, okay, yeah,
that's
yeah. I
crazy.
forgot. I forgot. Oh yes, because Wilder is small, man. The nigga probably could make welterweight. That's why I got him on my pound for pound list. He's
Welterweight,
nigga.
nigga, stop.
I mean
Stop it.
cruiserweight. My fault, cruiserweight. Thank
Yeah,
you,
you
Stop
got
Hold
the
it.
on,
wrong
yo,
weight class.
yo,
He's
cruiserweight,
he's not that
cruiserweight.
big heavyweight though, but that's
He
crazy
not
because he's
though.
not that big and this nigga punching through people.
I
yeah,
know. That's what I'm trying to say.
he should be at cruiserweight. To be honest with you, he really should be, but he's
No, he
He
not.
should
should
be at
not.
cruiserweight. We need a
He's
champion.
great at
Yeah,
heavyweight.
I'm
Why
with
the
you.
fuck would you
Can
want to
y'all
see this
imagine this?
big,
Can y'all
big
imagine this nigga
6'7"
Wilder
nigga at
dehydrating
cruiserweight?
now?
He
Cause
don't
Well,
gotta
no,
Wilder,
his
man.
weight.
dehydrate much.
Yeah, his weight is
Them
around
niggas
like the
big, bro.
cruiserweight limit.
Yeah,
Usyk
he's
probably bigger
Usyk
than
comes
fucking
in.
him.
209.
Yeah, Usyk
Last
comes
fight
in
209.
220 sometimes.
But
So
one thing I pointed out, I noticed that when Wilder carries that extra weight, I don't want it to affect his speed. And I noticed that when
yeah,
he carried all that extra weight against Areola, he suffered an injury. You know what I mean? So
Duhaupas too.
all that extra weight ain't always good. He look y'all see him in his for the Brazil fight. He looked like he bulking up. I'm like, shit. Why is he
Yeah, he
bulking
about
up?
You
220
So
right
think
now.
that's gonna help him
yeah,
or hurt him?
that's what I don't know. So all that extra muscles and muscles don't win fights. I hate when
Probably.
niggas do that, man. They
He
get
still
all
looks
these
slim though.
muscles.
It ain't like
You don't
he
think so?
Incredible Hulk.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll see, man.
He's
Nah,
still
I
Them
slim. You
mean,
got to
muscle
remember
shit.
that nigga is 6'7", 220. I'm
That's
he
6'3",
true.
fought
205.
he
Fight
fought
This nigga got me.
Duhaupas.
I'm 6'3". He
Duhaupas,
got me
he
by
was
4 inches and 15 pounds.
I didn't know you
when
was that tall, Charles D. I thought you was like 5'9" or
Yeah, that
something.
nigga look
No,
short on
no,
camera.
don't disrespect the height.
You got the point guard height. That's all the top point guards is 6'3".
I played ball, nigga. That
Oh,
was
you
my
did?
slot point and two.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
but Wilder fought Duhaupas. He was 228 pounds, and in that fight, he didn't look. You know, what I mean, he didn't look too good. He was slow, like Jalik just said. He was slow.
Yeah, that extra
Actually,
weight, man.
so
I
I'm.
don't know, man.
Yeah, I
I
would
don't care
say he
what weight
should.
he comes in at. Just come in comfortable, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
don't get no
Right,
Yeah,
right.
injuries. Cause
Your power's already there.
he's
Shit,
fast though. So
I
he
think.
rely on speed because
I
he's
think
fast.
he. Yeah, but I think he was. I
and
think
he's
he was
awkward.
getting ready to fight Fury. So he was like, "I'm gonna bulk up, and then once I connect on him, it's over." Because he just figured, I just need to connect once or twice, and
Yeah,
Fury, the
that's
fight's
true.
over.
He
But
got
now that
Yeah, but he
I don't
didn't
know
need 220 for that. 209 just about
exactly,
did it.
he should go back down
yeah.
and wait because he's not going to need that for Brazil. Because in my opinion, he should beat Brazil comfortably.
I say 215, 220 at the max. 230, that's too much. That's the way I'm looking at it. We'll see
Yeah.
though, because homeboy is like 250, ain't he? AJ? And AJ, one thing about AJ, I like him. He a nice body puncher and he got uppercut. I like AJ style, man. And I also like his
What
demeanor
fight
too.
was it that
He real
AJ fought
calm.
in that he lost weight?
I know. When he got that
Did he lose weight for Bavecki?
to
It
calm, I
wasn't
think, or
Pavekino. I think
Pavek,
it was
maybe
Parker.
it
It
was
was
somebody.
Parker.
Yeah, I think it
It was
was
Oh,
Parker.
Parker.
okay.
Yeah, he
Parker.
looked
Parker. Yeah, he
small. I
Yeah.
looked
was like,
funny as shit. He looked deflated.
yeah, I was like, this nigga this nigga look like a welterweight up in his bitch.
Yeah,
Nigga
that
Yeah.
nigga
He
looked
was
like
small
trying
as a
Al
to.
Roker. He looked
motherfucker.
like he just looked deflated. Like someone took the balloon out of took the air out of the balloon. I was like, this nigga looks sick.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because he wanted to go 12 rounds. Remember, everybody said he can't go 12 rounds. So
He
he
still
that's
can't.
he did
His
though.
stamina. His stamina is a his stamina is a thing. I like AJ, man. I like his demeanor. I like the way he carry himself. He real cool, down to
That's the
earth.
only
You know what I'm saying? I fuck with AJ. I do. I
that's
do.
the only
I
chance
fuck with
Ruiz got.
AJ.
He better pick the pace up on his ass and hope he don't get clipped and hope he can get that shit into the later rounds, like round 6 or 7.
It's just hard
Yeah.
for me to pick the nigga that's ducking to actually win the fight when the fight happens, man.
So
I
you
That's
going
just
still
with
hard
go
for
for
me
AJ?
to
Wilder
do.
if it
Okay.
happens.
Huh?
Hey yo, Black. Keep that same energy. You going with AJ? Okay. Keep the
No, I
same
didn't
Well,
say
energy.
that.
Jalik,
I
hey
said it's
Jalik,
hard. I actually my initial stance was 50-50. 50-50. But at this point,
AJ's a
man, when the nigga's
AJ's a
ducking the
fucking
fight,
robot, man.
I
yeah,
mean,
but Jalik, how
but
how did how does Wilder beat AJ? Just break that down for us.
he
Go ahead.
he
yeah,
keeps
go
him on
ahead.
the out. He keeps him on the outside with his jab. His awkwardness. A lot of
Uh,
times.
My issue with Wilder is, man,
AJ,
just keep your shots tight.
give me
None of
my
that
fucking
looping
chance, my
shit.
nigga. Like
well,
that's
see,
what I'm
no,
saying.
but just like Charles D just said, man, his shots. You're talking about keeping him out with a straight jab, but his shots are usually loopy. You know what
They
I'm
are
saying?
loopy, but
Yeah, that
And
shit
that's
they
is
and it,
awkward though.
That's why I
garbage.
said that's why I
Who
said
is
he keep
AJ
his
gonna
shots tight.
use? Who is AJ gonna use for sparring partners? That awkward shit makes a difference.
uh,
Jared Hurd is
And
awkward.
you
It's
can't
hard to pick
train
a
for that
sparring
kind of
but
partner.
power either.
who did
Exactly.
Tyson
That's what I'm
Fury
trying to
use?
say.
that's true. But you can't train for that kind of power. But I mean, defense though. I mean, Tyson Fury had
But
that
he's a
nigga looking
counterpuncher too.
silly,
And
man.
he's a better counterpuncher than
Yeah, but
AJ. AJ
Tyson's
has to
He's a
come
probably the
better.
in.
Well,
best
hold on, hold on, hold
technical
on.
boxer.
Jilly, you say he's a better counterpuncher than AJ?
A counter
Nah,
puncher. Yeah, AJ isn't really a counter puncher. He has to get in on the inside.
What is Wilder
Move
counter with?
out of.
What type of
He
punches do you use to counter with?
He
have you
usually
seen his
counters with the
knockouts, my
right. That's what
nigga?
he did. That's what he caught Ortiz with. That's what
What?
started. That's why he finished him off with a
Yeah,
counter.
he be countering. I was at the listen. I
Mm-hmm.
seen it, man. I was at
He
that
countered
fight.
Ortiz with
He
a right
countered the
hand,
dude that was
stepping back.
shaking. All them niggas. He's a basic counter puncher. That's why, the fight with Tyson Fury was just, that's why the AJ fight is gonna be amazing because AJ is gonna be his best opponent.
yeah,
That's
but
why niggas
Jalik,
want to see it.
but
Hey, somebody,
Jalik,
real quick.
you
Somebody in the chat says Okoli is like a bootleg Wilder. He said Fury used him in
Oh,
that as well. I don't know who that is.
yeah,
that's
he
some
did, yeah,
niggas
he
from the
did.
that's some niggas from the UK, man.
Oh,
But
The
the thing, Jalik, what you failed
I
to
thought the
mention
nigga
was
misspelled okie dokie. I was like,
the
what the fuck
amount
is
of
this shit?
the amount of punishment that Wilder had to withstand before he got to land that right hand on Ortiz. You don't believe a younger,
But Ortiz is a
fresher
counterpuncher.
Anthony
Ortiz is a
Joshua?
counter. That's
hey,
fine.
somebody said,
Ortiz is a counterpuncher, so they was countering each other. But if a nigga gonna come straight at Wilder, that's very dangerous, my nigga. I'm trying to
hey,
explain to you. That's very
Jalik,
dangerous,
That's
huh?
why
Yeah.
Fury didn't come at him
What
in no straight line.
exactly? You can't just
Eric
come in there
Molina
like
came
that.
out. Eric Molina came out
And look
Wilder,
what
and
happened to him. He got
And look
hurt.
how
hey,
that fight ended.
Macho
buzzed him.
Man, Macho Man,
Look
the
at
leader,
this.
Macho
What's
Man, the
up?
leader. Look, hey, Roddy Rodriguez says Ortiz. He said Ortiz's blood pressure was low. That's what really made him lose.
Oh man, y'all niggas is
Now I
crazy,
gotta
yo.
keep it 100, man. That seventh
Yo,
round.
keep the same energy, man. Listen,
He threw the
and
kitchen
the great
sink
thing,
at him.
Hey, keep
one
the
thing,
same energy when the fight don't happen this year, bro.
oh,
Cut
it
them
don't
dreads
do
all
that.
the way off,
If
all the
it,
way off. I want to
if
see ball
yeah,
fade in December, nigga.
if the fight don't happen next fight, I donate $100 to whatever charity.
Oh, I
I
thought
know
this
it's
nigga
gonna
said he was
happen
gonna cut
next.
his hair. I was like, wow, that's
Nah, I ain't
Nah,
gonna
dedication,
cut
nigga.
my
fuck the
hair.
money. We don't need your money, nigga. We need them dreads, nigga.
But yo, Black Horse, make sure you put your prediction up. Don't be double talking, my nigga.
It's
Don't double talk. We
50-50
want
for
to know
me.
who you think gonna win. Is
Wilder.
50
Wait, so
50
hold on,
but
Jalik.
I
So
actually like AJ's chances right now, man. He has all the momentum
chances?
right now.
I agree.
He ain't trying to duck shit. I think that he's a better boxer to me. I mean, who's not a better
He
boxer than
got better
Wilder?
fundamentals. Yeah, he got
Being
better
honest, like
fundamentals,
he's
but
a,
he been.
and I just feel like one of the key things that stand out is that AJ has better composure. You know,
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Once
Wilder
he gets you
is
hurt, Wilder want to
His
jump right on
emotion.
your ass.
he's
He
too much of
does.
Breakfast.
listen, he's too
Right.
much of an emotional fighter
I
to where I
agree.
feel like he could probably possibly get stopped against AJ, like
Trying to
because
hurt
him
somebody.
going in
Right.
there trying to swing for the fences, and it just takes
Hmm.
sometimes. We seen Marcellus get stretched. Marcellus had his opponent hurt, and he tried to go in for the kill,
I
and
mean,
these
that's his
niggas trying
brother,
to.
my nigga. That's his
No,
brother.
I'm
You
just trying
can't.
to tell you, they both do that wild ass shit when they get somebody hurt. So
Yeah,
maybe he get in there with Joshua, and Joshua might catch that nigga, and it might be
I agree. I
Yeah,
sleep.
agree.
just
He
like
definitely got to
Fury.
be
That's what
calm, man.
Fury did, bro. Like Fury Wilder had Fury hurt. Then he started getting
Mm-hmm.
all crazy, and then Fury just pieced him up and then put him. You
Yep.
Right.
know what I'm saying? So you can't. I mean, again, another reason why I pick AJ is because he's technically better. Again, I don't see how Wilder's going to work behind the jab, like you're saying, or keep him on the outside when we've seen other people get on the inside of Wilder who are not as good as Anthony Joshua. So it's just hard for me to believe that Anthony Joshua is not going to do
But
Mm-hmm.
do you think Anthony Joshua got knocked out in sparring against Daniel DeBow? Do you think that's real, or do you think that's just a rumor?
it.
Hey, what they say, what happens in sparring stays in sparring, whether it's true or not.
Right.
He ain't never been
Well,
knocked out in real life in pros. So I
right.
If he
mean,
getting knocked out in sparring, that means a lot, though. I mean, that
Nah,
means
not
that
really, man.
look,
Look,
both of them
we'll
undefeated.
see.
You know, Wilder ain't never been knocked out when it count. You know, under the lights. AJ ain't never been knocked out under the lights. Matter of fact, both of them have actually gotten off the canvas to
Yeah.
win fights. So they both get respect in that sense.
And
You know.
one thing I can say, Wilder, he is vulnerable, and then he does have a good chin. But if he falls, his legs is already smaller. So I would have to see the
Mm.
strength. Your legs make a difference on
You got the
being
Bambi
able to
legs, man.
recover. Yeah, your legs. You got to have strong legs to be able to recover. As far
Yeah.
as because he is tall, the bigger you are, the harder they fall. So AJ was able to get up against Klitschko, and
yep.
he redeemed himself. So I give AJ credit for that. That's why I was like AJ the real deal, and I like the fact that he don't even talk trash. I like AJ, man. I like AJ.
Charles D says, did they ever say what his brother was caught with though? He said, I think it's a
Yeah,
rumor.
I never seen that. That's what I'm saying. Where's
Nigga,
the
it's
actual
because
report
that
at?
PBC shit. They be trying to protect.
Oh, you think they?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
even took the
man.
footage. They even
You
Yeah,
took
think
the
they got
footage.
that? You think they got that much power and nobody? Yeah,
yeah, yeah, man. PBC, man, they be
yeah.
on some slick shit, man. Protecting
They
the
took
fuck
his
out of you.
footage. They took the footage of him getting stretched too. They took it down, just like
Yeah,
they took the Harold Scornier knockdown
yeah.
off the internet too.
The who?
Harold
The who?
Scarners.
Yeah, they
Oh,
took
I
it
don't know
down.
who that is. I don't know who that is.
That's my cousin, bro.
Oh,
That's
for
my
real?
cousin.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I ain't know that. That's why I said I never thought Water got knocked down. I only seen the thing when he was in the amateurs and got dropped, but
But
I ain't never
somebody
know he got
said
knocked down.
yesterday that he got knocked down by somebody else too in a
Yeah,
different
Dustin.
fight.
Yeah, Dustin Nichols. Yep.
So is that footage up somewhere?
Yeah, that's up.
Oh, okay. So there must have been the Harold Scarners knockdown must have been crucial.
Hey
No, but the
yo,
Harold Scornier was on a net. That was actually on an actual network, so that's why it was
Oh,
public. So they took it down.
okay.
Probably got banned from copyrights.
hey,
Oh, okay,
unbiased.
okay.
If when Water stretch your boy, you gonna have to change your avatar, man. All
I
right.
To
mean,
what?
you still didn't give me a breakdown. You just said he's gonna
Because you
work
cut me
behind the
off. You
jab.
cut me off. You cut
We
me
never
off.
seen when have we seen Wilder just work behind the jab during the whole fight and keep his opponent on the outside? When?
Water smarter than he appears, though. It's a reason
Well,
because
just
most niggas with one punch power ain't gonna be landing it that many times. Most of the time, niggas will figure it
especially when
out
they
by
know it's
then.
especially when they know it's coming.
Exactly, and they still can't figure it out. I mean, he must be doing something right.
Man, this nigga
You gotta give
Jalik
him
the
some
leader.
credit.
This nigga Jalik is sipping soy milk with sunglasses on, fam. What the
Nigga
fuck
got
Just
the
going
like
got
on?
the
hey, shout out to Black. He got it on the video. Stay hydrated.
that
Put
nigga
that
got
link in there. Stay
that
hydrated.
nigga got the
Shout out
Kumo
to
D
Black,
shades
man.
on.
Shout out to Black, man. Stay hydrated, man. Stay
This
hydrated.
nigga,
But
man.
Jalik looked
He
unbiased,
like
took
a
that shit serious.
huh?
Jalik looked like a drug dealer at Coachella.
Y'all niggas is
God
crazy on
damn.
this internet shit, boy. Y'all crazy, man.
As
Hey,
soon as this nigga get out, he about to roll one. Trust.
nah.
Jalika
I'm
about to
actually
go
about to do.
sit. That nigga Jalika
Actually
about to
got an
go spit
interview.
bars.
Got an
I gotta
interview.
prepare for this interview with
What you interviewing for, nigga? To be a
I'm doing
lifeguard? What the fuck?
nah. I'm
Nigga?
interviewing somebody. You know, I got the new show called Fit, Fresh, and Fantastic. It's about like health
Oh,
things and
you
stuff like
interviewing
that.
Oh
somebody. I thought
yeah,
you
With
said
that's
you
somebody
today.
had.
That's
else. Fit,
today.
Fresh, and Fantastic at 1 o'clock.
I thought you said you had an interview like you going
Yeah,
for
I
a
Nah,
thought you
job.
did.
nah, nah, nah.
Like
What
nigga,
you
didn't you just
applying
quit?
for?
Nah, I just quit, but I'm interviewing somebody else. I just quit. Yeah, I quit like a week ago.
Yeah,
But
as soon as that
any
DAZN check
niggas,
cleared.
yo, Black, ask some niggas in the chat. Listen, man, we need to start doing this boxing debate. You see how them rap niggas be doing it? Because I feel like I'm the #1 boxing debate nigga on YouTube. Black feel like he the best. We can
Yo,
start putting this money up. We can get sponsors from the zone,
man,
any
Hey
subject,
man, nobody gonna
Jalik,
and
sponsor
get
you
it
on that.
in. I'm really like, yo,
Jalik,
trust
Jalik,
me. Nah,
Jalik, Jalik. You punching from a coffin. You already been put in the
nah, we
casket.
just
You
nah.
gotta,
He
you
said you
gotta,
gotta get out. You gotta get
you
out the
gotta.
coffin first.
This nigga
He
said he
always
done
bring that.
knocked
Only
your
time he debate, he just bring up Shelly Finkel. He
nigga
just
said
bring
he
up
knocked
Shelly
out your
Finkel, Shelly
guardian
Finkel.
angel.
Yo,
Nigga.
man, come on, unbiased, man.
Bias said he knocked your guardian
Eh,
angel out, man. You out of swings.
I mean, Jalik, the same dude that told me that Floyd Mayweather would knock out Tommy Hearns. So I'm
I
just
didn't say
saying,
he would
bro.
knock him out. He would win, and he
You
What?
said
possibly
it.
might stop him. Yeah,
See,
he
you see
definitely
that?
possibly might stop. Okay. Let me tell you. Let me break this down, nigga. What did Tommy Hearns had? A big right hand. Floyd take away your best weapons, don't he? Hey, he take away your
Man,
best weapons
he didn't take
and
Floyd
away
got to
your
my.
get
wrist
around.
surfaces.
Floyd got to get around
Wilder,
that long ass jab too.
That
yeah, that's
84,
what I'm
that
trying to say.
84-inch
But
reach.
That nigga
but
Hearn
Holloway
had
can box
legs for
too.
arms.
Hey
Floyd reach was
Jalik,
like 72, huh?
You
Jalik,
crazy,
they,
bro.
hey, Boxer Killer in the chat said you got body yesterday. He said you don't want that
Man, you
smoke.
crazy, man. I was
Damn, bro.
battling 3 niggas. I battled niggas on their home court.
Hey, this nigga got body so bad that nigga
Listen.
started smoking yesterday. He like, I'm fuck this. I'm about to blaze up.
Just give me 2 seconds. Let me turn my car. It's getting hot in this bitch. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, but I mean, let's like, come on, man. Floyd is not beating no Tommy Hearns. Nah, I like Floyd too. That's one of my favorite fighters, but nah,
Damn,
I
Scarface.
can't, I can't see it, man.
Yeah, I don't know. That
Tommy,
nigga Tommy was aggressive, mother. He was aggressive and tall and fast.
yeah, and he
Nigga
punched.
had
And he hit hard as fuck.
He
got
went all the
long
way
Um,
up to
arms, dog.
cruiserweight. He
Long
oh, he
arms.
did?
he went all the way up to cruiserweight. He punched all the way up to cruiserweight. So
Damn, I didn't know that.
you
I
mean to
never
tell
seen him
me
fight at Cruiser.
You mean to tell me that Floyd is gonna beat him at one of his best divisions? I don't
Mm.
see it. But I mean, and I like Floyd
So you
too.
think Sugar Ray can beat Floyd too? You think Sugar Ray
Yes,
can beat Floyd
yes I
too?
do.
How?
Yes I do.
How?
That'd
How?
be a good ass fight.
I do,
How you
man.
gonna beat
Yeah.
him? How?
The combinations, the speed.
How you
Power.
gonna
He
outbox Floyd? Floyd defense is the best in history, and the nigga never been dropped.
who
So how you
Floyd?
gonna just beat him? Yeah, the nigga
I
got the best chin and the
mean,
best defense in history. How the fuck Sugar Ray Leonard gonna do
He
that?
said
Come
best
on,
chin
man.
in history.
Y'all niggas be
yeah,
looking
you
at them videos. Y'all
tripping,
listen
bro.
to Max Kellerman. I bet you y'all
No,
niggas listen to
I
Max
watch
Kellerman and
fights.
automatically think that niggas is
Hey,
gonna
but
win. Look at
Julie,
them
you
niggas.
remember
Yeah.
Madonna knocked that nigga tooth out, fam.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Not
he
only
didn't fall
that,
though. Sugar Ray Leonard was
man.
getting dropped.
Listen,
At
Chop
36, Sugar
Chop.
Ray Leonard was getting
Hold
knocked
on.
out. He can't
Yeah, he
lose
got
Chop
to
rocked
Sugar
Chop
by
Ray.
Buzz,
Chop Chop Zab.
Zab, Maidana. Who else buzzed them? And these punchers,
Though
those guys
he
aren't
doesn't
those.
fall.
Made
Those
Sugar
Sean
Ray
guys.
King
Leonard,
Mosley.
Sugar Ray
Yep.
Leonard and Tommy
Oh
Hearns
yeah,
had weak
yeah.
ass
Sugar.
chins. They had weak ass
Sugar
chins.
Shane
Niggas
had the
don't fall.
He got
best
got
chance of
buzzed
knocking
by
him
the
out.
old Shane. He got buzzed by old Shane.
Exactly. But guess what? He came back and whooped his ass. Yo, Sugar Ray Leonard and
He did.
Thomas Harris can't fuck with
Yeah,
Floyd.
he
I'm
definitely
telling you
pitched
that.
the shutout after that shit. That
I
was a
told
wake
you,
up
nigga,
call.
this nigga this
Nigga
nigga
Roger
on the
Mayweather was like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Stop
Kodo
fighting with the motherfucker.
Was I mean, in my opinion, Kodo was giving Floyd the work
Yeah, that was
for
he dominated him. But listen, the
Hey,
nigga that
but
would
but
have
you know what? When I found out, like I didn't know that Cotto was naturally left-handed. I think that was fucking Floyd up because he fights orthodox, but that jab feel like a goddamn straight right, nigga. When a
yeah.
nigga's left-handed, he hitting you with that powerful ass shit. He was probably expecting that right hand to come through, but that
Kodo
jab was
nice,
fucking
yeah,
him up.
Kodo nice. But I'm gonna tell you this: the nigga that
Man.
would give Floyd the best work is Aaron Pryor. He would have a better chance than
Oh
Sugar Ray
no.
and Tommy
Did
Harris.
this nigga say Aaron
Oh
Pryor?
no.
All right, because
He
he
would
forced you
pick
to because
he
he not
would
gonna
No.
because
pick
he
He's
Pryor
stopping
apart.
Aaron Pryor, nigga. He got
He
him
No.
gonna
he
stopped
pick
forced you
Aaron.
to
Aaron. That
fight my
shit, that
nigga.
ass whooping gonna look like
That's
He like
Gotti.
look,
Madonna.
you got it
He like
twisted. That's
Madonna, but way
no,
better.
no.
That's the
He
wrong
got
That's the
matchup.
small.
that's the person that Floyd might
You can't
stop.
sit there and let
That's the
Floyd think.
wrong
That
Nah,
matchup,
Jalik,
Jalik.
Jalik,
Wrong
Jalik,
He's
matchup.
real
Jalik.
I'm
casual
trying to
That's
about
the
explain
the
to you
business.
niggas, you can't outbox Floyd like that. The nigga's like a
Jalik,
computer
Jalik,
wizard.
Jalik, Jalik.
Man, you
Did
know how
you
much
hold
counter
on?
punching opportunities he's gonna have against Aaron Pryor?
Hold on. Let me ask you something, Jalik. Did Aaron Pryor
Yeah,
get knocked? Did Aaron Pryor get knocked down a lot in the first couple rounds of his fights?
he did, but the nigga's stamina is
Okay,
crazy.
so what do
15
you
rounds.
you
So
just
that
told
means he's
me
gonna
that.
take an ass whooping for 12
Listen,
rounds.
I'm gonna try to explain to you niggas. Aaron Pryor beat Tommy Hearns in the amateurs, my nigga. This nigga got crazy skills, but he ain't always use
So,
it. I'm trying to explain to you niggas. Sugar Ray Leonard, it's
uh,
hard to outbox Floyd, man. It's hard, yo. Unless
Not
you
with
grab the
Pryor.
nigga.
Pryor, that should be fucking target practice.
Yeah,
you
That's
you
tripping?
talking
1-on-1.
about how Floyd got the best defense and best chin.
Yeah, who got
So
better defense and chin?
you
Nobody.
but you talking about how Aaron Pryor is gonna give Floyd problems? So he
Because if
can't.
you look at
Why
Floyd
would
stuff,
Aaron
his fight.
Pryor? Why would Aaron Pryor be able to?
Wait,
You think
didn't?
he'd be able to? Go ahead.
My bad.
Because
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was
because
gonna
Because
say he thinks Aaron Pryor is gonna be able to just like hit Floyd. Like
but Floyd
uh,
stuff his fights is the nigga just come in and not trying to think too much. You can't think too much with Floyd. You just gotta go out there and say fuck it. If you sitting there trying to think and out boxing the nigga's a
that's
wizard,
true.
you're not gonna do it.
You gotta beat Floyd
With
ass.
mine,
You gotta
you
beat
just
him
go
up.
out there and just say fuck it.
man, all I know is Ricky Hatton had Floyd stumbling and bumbling
Yeah, Floyd
across
was
the ring.
confused about that. He was
Um,
that fucking
Man,
awkwardness
so
that
that
was
nigga had.
he fucked Ricky Hatton up though, man.
He
I give him
did
that.
he,
after the fifth. He started
He
he started
damaged him.
fucking him
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
he
That
So
slowed
nigga.
him down. He slowed that nigga
so
down. We
In the
wouldn't
yeah.
even.
beginning, that motherfucking movement though was Floyd was like, nigga, what is this shit? I
I
can't.
think
Yeah,
honestly, Jalik, I think you need to go back and watch more tape on Leonard and Hearns, even Duran.
I
Just
watched them niggas.
go
A lot
watch
of
more
niggas,
fights, man.
a
Yo, I'm
lot of
gonna holla
niggas
at you in a minute.
always. I
All right,
trust me.
Charles.
A lot
Yeah,
of
I gotta
niggas
get off in
always
like
think.
10 minutes.
Look, a lot of niggas always think they're error. Just like niggas from the '80s always say like Walter Payton is the best running back. That's how people think when it comes to sports. I looked at the tape. I was like, yo. Marvin Hagler can't fuck with Bernard Hopkins, and we respect Marvin Hagler. He
Whoa,
can't fuck with Bernard Hopkins, dog, and Roy
yo,
Jones. He can't fuck
yo.
with them, dog. A lot of them niggas be just getting credit, man,
Joe,
because of the
you
error.
you
I'm
could
trying to
say
explain to you.
Jones, but I mean Hopkins, nah, you tripping. Nah, Hagler would beat Hopkins. Jones in his
Nah, fuck
prime.
no.
It depends if Jones
Yeah,
is on the
Jones was
juice.
a beast, and he said all the juice.
Yeah, that's what it depends on. To be honest with you, because
Well, yeah,
Wow.
that's true. That's true too.
Hagler
But so
chin
what?
is
He's
crazy.
slow. He's slow though. He only 5'9". He's slow, man. Them niggas is like
That
six
nigga
one.
pressure, bro. He was pressuring the fuck out of niggas, bro.
I
And
don't
he
know if
had
niggas.
chin too. I
Yeah, he
think he had a
did,
pretty
but I don't
decent
know if
chin.
niggas seen B Hop versus Trinidad, B Hop
I mean,
versus
y'all was
anyone
talking
out
about
there.
how y'all was talking about how hard Hearns hit. That nigga was eating them shits, bro. In the first round,
Yep.
shit.
Yeah, and then
Hagler couldn't stop. He couldn't stop Durant. How the fuck he gonna beat Bernard Hopkins? That don't even sound right.
because Durant is a
Different
good.
era.
Yeah, I mean Durant is a Hall of Famer. That's why he couldn't stop
And that nigga used to
But he
be
was smaller, so he can't
coked
fuck
out,
with
and
him.
coronaed up, homie. You talking about going into fights? They probably didn't even have no testing at that time. He was probably on
him.
everything.
Probably.
Yeah,
And
that's
Durant
different.
Durant is a good boxer. Durant
He is.
beat Buchan when he was at lightweight, and Buchan was a undisputed champion. Beat him.
I mean, if he beat Sugar Ray
So
first time, shit.
Yeah,
yeah,
he frustrated him. Yeah, you're right. The red nice though.
his inside game is impeccable. People always sleep on Durant. I don't know why people sleep on him. Ward and Hopkins took a lot from Durant. You should go watch footage.
Yeah,
They took
Durant nice.
Speaking of
But
tons
taking,
he a
from him.
smaller guy. He got knocked out by Hearns, but Hagler couldn't stop him. So how the fuck he gonna beat Bernard Hopkins? That I don't see that. I don't see
I
the
boxing
see
logic
it.
behind that.
I see
boxing
it.
monster says he has Aaron Pryor. He says Floyd stole Pryor entire style. He says Hawk time. And then Trav says Jalik, who wins, Hagler or Spence?
Y'all niggas is crazy,
Nah,
man.
nigga, I know you're on the payroll, but just come on.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
If you say
That's
Spence, I'm out of here.
how
That's
the
it.
fuck
Yeah, we
I'm
about to
done.
shut
Hagler or
this shit
I'm
Spence?
down,
done.
man.
Come on, man. Y'all niggas just think I'm some joke of a boxing. I know this boxing.
Come on, man. Answer the
Nobody can
question,
fuck with
bro.
me on this boxing debate shit.
You
So
make
I'm
me
trying to
answer a
explain to y'all
question.
niggas.
You make me answer
Come
a
on,
question to a
man.
fight that's
How
gonna
the
happen
fuck
in 3 years in the
I got
future.
Bud?
Answer this
Listen,
one,
I
man.
got Bud stopping Errol Spence. How the fuck I'm gonna say Hagler? Hagler is bigger. I got Bud stopping Errol Spence in like 10 for 11. So I
All
know. Come
right.
on, man. Yeah, come on, man. You know I
Yeah.
got Hagler in that
Okay.
one. But Earl
Yeah,
Okay.
Spence,
but Jalik
I'm a
like to do future boxing predictions. See, because he
Yeah.
know his boy ducking right now, so
Yeah. Shit,
he wants you to
3 years.
who?
predict the future.
Who you talking about?
I'm
Why?
talking about
Come
Wilder.
on, Wilder and
You
Joshua, fam.
niggas
That's
is
3 years away.
crazy, man.
Watch. He got five opponents lined up, and
I
then
wish I could have.
two with Fury in the
Yo,
future. So it's a wrap.
if I can change my plane ticket, once since I'm gonna be up there, if I can change my plane ticket, they don't charge me a lot. I'm gonna go to the Brazil fight, man. I'm gonna go to that Brazil fight in Brooklyn. I gotta see because I'm sure the tickets is probably not too expensive.
Oh, I thought
I
you was gonna
see.
say you're gonna go to the AJ versus Wilder fight. I was about to say you going to in a time machine because you're gonna have to go 3 years ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
You and what's that motherfucker from Back to the Future?
yeah,
What's
because Wilder,
the old dude? You hook up with him.
No, on a
Wilder,
serious note, do you
Marty.
think
Yeah, you and
like
Marty can
on a real serious note, do you think it's Al Heyman himself, or do you think it's more of the fighters that's just using the Al Heyman excuse why the shit ain't happening?
this
all I know
PBC,
is
nigga.
I heard Deontay Wilder say this sentence right here. He said, "It's not even about the belts. It's about the money, baby." That's all I needed to hear.
Wow.
Deontay Wilder is not about legacy. He's about the paycheck.
Mm.
So that's
So
it,
he's saying it's the fighters and not Al Heyman?
pretty much.
Yeah,
PBC
man.
for you right there, man.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Like,
When your top dog, right? When your biggest fighter, man, is talking like that, it's over with, man. That shit, I'm telling you, that's like the Titanic already hit the iceberg. It's over, it's sinking, man. Y'all niggas better put out the life raft, bro. Retreat, nigga. Get off that shit. Telling you. That's why niggas ain't, hey, man. The zone about to be signing a lot more people by the end of this year. Watch, man. That roster gonna be so full.
I might, yeah, you're right. Though. I might pay my $100 on Saturday so I can
Man,
get a
you keep
whole
talking
year.
about might this, might that,
I
bro.
might though. I might get it because I'm biased. That motherfucker don't subscribe to nothing. That nigga go to YouTube the next day and probably like two
I'm for
o'clock
the
in the morning.
free. I'm with
Yeah,
the free. You know what I'm saying?
that nigga.
Trav says
Yeah.
Wilder schedules Brazil, Ortiz, Konaki, Fury, Klitschko, Ajagba.
Oh
God
no,
damn.
A Jagba, nah, I don't.
you
That
better not
nigga,
fight no Chaba.
I like
No
a
time
Jagba, but
soon.
nah, I think Joe Joyce asleep. This dude,
He'll
something
probably fight
about
a
that
Jogba. He'll probably fight a Jogba after he loses to
Jagba,
AJ.
man.
Yeah, well, by the time Ajaba fights Wilder, he should be ready because that'll be in like 2 years. So yeah, I mean, he'll probably be more than a prospect at that time. So yeah,
Y'all funny.
I
Yo,
feel
what's
like
the
Wilder's best chance is try to face AJ like as soon as possible. I feel like the longer he wait, and then
hmm
because we gotta remember AJ's younger.
4 years
younger.
younger? Yup.
You know what I mean? So
You
them
right.
legs gonna get skinnier for Wilder. And man, them shit's gonna be all kind of cartilage and cobwebs forming up around the kneecaps. It's a wrap. It's a wrap,
yeah,
baby.
and his defense is not that great, so you're gonna be ranking up mileage, getting all them that punishment you got to get to,
That's
you know,
true though. You can't keep
deliver
taking
that.
those
And you know
punches,
what?
man.
And
You
I'll
right.
probably say this. I started to do a different topic, man. But I was gonna kind of touch on, and I gotta shut it down in 10 minutes, but I was gonna almost touch on like when do y'all think this ducking shit on PBC side is gonna backfire? Because you know what? These guys, they whole motto or their agenda looks like they wanna like, take these other little safe fights first, 3 or 4 little safe fights before they get to the big Super Bowl type fight.
Yeah, that's
What
true.
if you don't make it there? Like, what if
Exactly.
for instance, like,
Motherfuckers, man. Yup, you right, Black.
what
You
if
got injuries.
what if
You not.
Wilder, like anything can happen? What if Wilder gets stretched, right? What if like,
hmm
Tank, trying to do his little duck and shit, he don't want to unify. What if he lose? Like, this is the type of shit that they gotta factor in. You know what I mean? And
hmm
it's like, what does that do to your fucking career, your legacy? Like, that's over with, fam. That's over with. You
One
know?
one One
Yep.
thing I like about the zone, them niggas, they keep you active. They have your shit already playing, even if it's a low level nigga, as long as you stay active, because you can't fight A level fighters back to back. But what happens is when you be on some bullshit fighting every 8 months, and then the nigga low level. Now, if you fighting every 2 3 months like Tevin Farmer, of course the nigga gonna be like a C class nigga, a B, a couple bums, and that's cool. But when you waiting 8 months to fight niggas, that's weak. So
hey,
yeah, shout out
hey,
to Zone,
Jalik,
man.
but we
Yeah.
gotta shut it down. But Jalik,
What?
Boxing Monster says, how can Jalik see with them welding goggles?
This is my cheap shit. I don't spend no
Niggas
money on
got
these
jokes
shits.
in the chat, bro.
These shits
Niggas
Hey,
is
got
but
jokes.
$15, man.
can I just respond to what you just said, Black?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you just said, and I think eventually you know, what I mean, it will reflect on their viewership because let's be honest, man, you can't claim you're the baddest man, you can't claim you're the boogeyman and all this, and nobody wants to fight you, and then you got guys calling you out and trying to make the fight, and then
Hmm.
you just fighting other people. The fans will start picking up on that, but I also believe their loyal fans will say, "Oh well, he tried to make the fight," or in Wilder's case, they'll be like, "Oh, he tried to make the fight, so we don't care. He's our champ." Then you'll have the Spence fans saying, "Oh, Crawford signed with with Top Rank. That's his own fault." So I think people will rationalize it at the end of the day.
No, you know what, man? What you had already said, I really want to see that video or hear that audio. When you said that Deontay Wilder came out and said it's not about the belts anymore, it's about the money, baby. That shit, that ain't nothing. You can't defend that. You can't defend that, bro. That's checkmate. You checkmated yourself, nigga. Like, nigga, your king is gone. Just take it off the board. You're done. Checkmate. You know what I mean? So I know that they gonna have strategically these guys set up channels and people that's gonna try to defend the shit. But that's a no, that's a no go. You got your top dog talking like that. When and that's the thing about it, because in the beginning, when these guys is acting like they chasing these guys and nobody wants smoke with them, they're not talking about A side. They're not talking about 50-50. They're not talking about this person don't sell enough. They can't sell out a family dinner. It's only when the tables turn and they being chased. Now, this dude desperate for a fight. Oh, he just ain't got nobody to fight over there. I got to clean on my side of the street. It's like, well, so now you ain't chasing him no more because now you being chased. So it's like, I don't know if it to be just like clout too or something. I don't know. But shit, man, we're gonna probably double back. It's gonna be tonight, or I might do another one tomorrow. In the early part of the day. We're gonna talk about when ducking goes wrong, like you know what I mean, the backlash of ducking. I'm gonna find a unique title, man, to talk about that because it's a good chance that all these guys that's trying to take these safe fights to try to prolong their money or whatever they're trying to do, man, I think it's a good chance it might backfire on them. And if they're top dogs, like say for instance, like a Arrow or Deontay Wilder or Tank, these top name guys, like fucking get their plans stopped early before they get to that mega fight. Hey man, that whole ship is gonna be underwater.
Yep. Hey, I'm gonna send you that link to the video of Wilder saying that too in the chat,
Yeah,
so you can
send
have
that
it.
out. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, do that. Hey, I appreciate it, y'all, for coming on Unbiased. Jalik the leader. Also Charles D, who came on. And everybody in the chat, man. You know, you guys was definitely great, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all left a lot of comments. Appreciate everybody that smashed the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get the notifications. Also go to the channels tab and go to the UGC click and subscribe to those brothers, man. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all. For the new ones that came through, man, if y'all come back, I'll make sure bring you guys up on the next live stream. So I gotta handle some business, but we'll be back, man. So y'all stay tuned
Peace.
for more heat. UGC, we out.
Peace.
Peace.